smell that coffee brewing, you know what the fuck we doing.
That coffee vibing and that big come catch us vibing real.
Good evening. I just want to welcome everybody to the Worst Podcast, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's not time for the best podcast. We got a special edition tonight, man. But it's definitely time.
The worst. Huh? The worst.
All right, there, good sir. All right, we got a special guest in the building tonight, man. Brother Joel, go ahead and unmute yourself, man. All right, so we just want to let everybody know he's going to be moderating this great debate tonight. Well, like I said, we're going to talk about, I'm going to let my moderator do his thing, man. So real quick, man, whenever you're ready, let's go.
Yeah, hey, we like to welcome everybody to the Worst Podcast, man. Y'all in for a treat tonight.
What's happening?
Y'all in for a treat tonight. We're going to be discussing, did the transatlantic slave trade happen? It's a big hot topic these days. A lot of information out there, some good, some bad. And so tonight we got our brother Kung Fu Hebrew. He about to square off and kick it. He gonna kick it at DatboiByrdie. We're gonna find out who got the info. We're gonna let the crowd tell us, who presented their case the best. All right. And so just to go over a couple rules, just so everybody know what's going down tonight. We're going to have a 5-minute intro from both of the debaters. All right. And then we're going to have 3 10-minute rounds. And after each round, there's going to be a 2-minute rebuttal. All right. Everybody with that? We're going to have a 7-minute question and answer section. All right. Where they get to challenge each other, give each other some questions. All right. We're going to try to do that as diplomatic as we can. We don't want nobody shouting and huffing and puffing over each other. All right.
Right.
And then and then a 5-minute conclusion at the end from each debater to wrap this up. Now doing it's going to be a little different. So you're going to see a couple little quick interruptions every now and then. The debaters have agreed that they can throw up a meme or a little clip real quick just to, a little shot at the other guy. So they good with that. So let's get this thing going. And so we already flipped forward. We made that decision. Kung Fu say, I got this. He said he feels sorry for Birdie. It's about to go down. All right.
Hey,
Kung Fu.
Real quick. Hey, I see my judge in the building, man. I just want him to just come up real quick. Let him introduce himself. Just give him a little whatever information you want to give real quick. But like I said, we do got 2 judges, and like I said, Brother Joel is gonna be the moderator. So the way it's gonna work is I brought a judge, Birdie brought a judge, and in the case of a tie, it's gonna go to Brother Joel because we both agreed that we think that brother is fair. So I'm about to bring my boy Fetty Kalunga up. And Fetty, let me say something to the people, man. Just let them know you in the building.
Peace. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on, Joel? Peace. What's going on? Yeah, man.
Hey,
I'm always like these conversations. Anytime when it comes to questions such as the transatlantic slave trade and things like that. I always think it's a good conversation to have. So I'm excited to hear the information I'm gonna be hearing. You know what I mean, I'm gonna be non-biased and I'm gonna judge accordingly. You feel me? So I'm looking forward to it.
Most definitely.
That's what we want. All right, cool. So like I said, you can fade into the background. You keep the StreamYard open. You can watch it on the YouTube. But like I said, once we do our 5-minute conclusion at the end, we'll bring you back up and like I said, you let us know what you saw.
Okay, bet, no doubt.
All right, and appreciate you, brother. All right. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. All right, bet.
Oh, okay. Get it together. I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to get my piece. I ain't know I needed to bring my judge up and all that and make a little show and all that. See,
I thought
that what I saw. Okay.
Keep him straight, Birdie. Keep him straight.
But my judge, he is in the comment section. He ready for it. So we need to put the link in the chat so he can he can see that link and get him up here, shot his street out.
Yeah, what I want to say.
Go ahead. Dirty already, is he?
Yeah, go ahead, man. My player Dirty. He said he had the judge ready. Hold on. Here we go. So then here we go.
I didn't know he was popping up. I thought we were just keeping him in the comment section. We knew the moderator was
How we gonna know that? We need the judge.
They gonna get the talk. They gonna talk and go crazy. Go crazy.
We need the judge to present himself. Cause boy, that thing can change from hour 1, hour 2. Cause if I'm saying it's Fetty hour 1, and then 3 hours later, I'll be like, oh no, it's Dr. Tobias. That ain't gonna work. That's
No. We already know who it is. Okay, it don't matter.
That's what I said.
The link is in the chat, my boy.
I put the link in the chat. So
get in the link.
Hopefully, by the time I finish my 5-minute introduction, right? Hopefully he'll hit the link by then, and we'll let him introduce himself right before you could. Then it'll fit. All right?
Most definitely, because he right here. His eyes on it. Don't worry about it. He ain't missing a beat. You ain't got to worry about that.
Okay.
I hope so. All right. Well,
hold on. Let's don't jump into things so fast. Let's introduce who are you? We don't know you. They don't know me. We don't know nothing right now.
There you go.
Go ahead. You always go first if we're gonna do that. Go ahead.
Okay, well, as usual, man. To find out everything about me, just hit the hit the link down at www.DatboiByrdie.com, man. Everything from sex tapes to mixtapes, the hauling. Come on, man. We do it all. Credit repair. Hey, it's everything, man. It's a one-stop shop. That's how you got to be these days, man. 6 multiple hustles to make their money these days. And hold on. Before we go, I always got to get this to y'all, because this is what we got going on. And hold on. See, he done start adding all these videos and changing names. And
I ain't touched nothing.
Crazy,
Why you?
bro.
Nah, don't be making it up. I had the 2
but let's
videos.
go. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Now pass the mic to my boy. Go on and introduce yourself, boy. 'Cause, you know, you ain't got to have a suit and a tie. You know, everybody don't got to have a suit and a tie. Just remember that. You know what I'm saying? Let's get, you know, how you been, my boy?
Great. I would just like to point out it's a lot of complaining going on before one piece of information has been presented. So you know what that means. Somebody must feel an L coming on, but y'all know what it is, man. The undisputed, undefeated debate champion. I ain't gonna waste no time, man. I'm gonna let the video speak for itself.
And my man, my brother, Kung Fu fighting, Kung Fu Hebrew. Ho 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 ho! Ha! Ho 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 ho! Ha!
It's the motherfucking remix.
Ho ho ho! Ha! Ho ho ho! Ha!
Yeah,
right.
just like the baby, huh? We finna go
All
crazy, huh?
I'm ready to go. As soon as Brother Joel tell me my 5 minutes has started, I go ahead and introduce.
All righty. Don't forget, I'm gonna give you a 2-minute warning. I'm gonna tell you got 2 minutes real quick. I'm gonna try not to be too loud.
Nigga need it by the book and everything. You know it's finna be. Oh, he need all the help he can help him, Joel.
Fire. All right, man. As soon as you start talking, I'm gonna hit it. It's on you.
All right, bet, man. So let's go ahead and get into this, man. Y'all know how I do, man. If y'all watch the YouTube, y'all know I always do the undeniable evidence, which is mostly a joke, right? When you see the undeniable evidence, you should know it's going to be a joke. But tonight, man, we got some real serious business to handle. Like I said, this is some extreme light work tonight because this brother has set himself up for failure. I still love the brother. We still going to be doing the show next week. It's going to be all love. But like they say, don't take this.
Man, don't talk. Don't be naive.
No, hey, Birdie, you got to go on mute.
Oh, my bad.
You got to either click a button or that's going to be you one. That's how I know. You got discipline, my brother. But it's all good. It ain't going me.
My bad. I forgot.
Ain't some of these other YouTubers, you like, hey, stop my time. Hey, stop my time. Boy, it ain't that serious. I don't even need
all. Let me get a few more there.
You
still clicking? Oh, my bad.
So, I'm going to be taking the question tonight is, was there a transatlantic slave trade? And the reason why this is a bad setup is because the only thing I have to prove to win this debate is this. Well, first of all, define transatlantic, right? That's the problem. Trans means on or to the other side of, across, or beyond. Atlantic is defined as relating to or found in, on, or near the Atlantic Ocean. And that source, a lot of these you're going to be getting from this side tonight, is Merriam-Webster Dictionary. So all I have to prove is that people were brought across a body of water for the purpose of being enslaved. So let me tell you what you're about to hear from me. First of all, to deny the transatlantic slave trade happened, you're going to have to ignore top left. The Haitian Revolution. He got to deal with that, not me. He's going to have to ignore people like the Maroons, which is the next picture. He's going to talk about certain people I'm going to get to in the next slide. But if he wants to bring it up, a lot of his stuff is going to start in the 1900s, 1800s. He's going to not mention that Africa existed, but he's also going to have to deal with the creation of the AME church in the late 1700s. So you can't say they weren't talking about Africa before the 1800s. He's going to have to talk about certain cities like, or certain countries like Liberia and Sierra Leone. What a lot of people can't do in most debates is they can't do this thing of how the information was transferred. So he's going to have to explain things like, how did a Yoruba religion, right, which is a West African religion, find its way in the form of something like Candomblé in Brazil, like Santeria in Cuba and the Dominican Republic, like Shango in Trinidad and Tobago. And you know what voodoo is, right? And that can be found in Jamaica, Haiti, all those different places. So once again, he's going to have to do that. And he's a numbers guy. And I know he's a numbers guy. So he's also going to have to explain why one of the largest insurers of the slave trade, Lloyd's of London, admitted that they insured not only the slave ships, but the cargo as well. He's going to have to deal with major African like slave traders like the Dahomey Empire. He's going to have to deal with countries in the Caribbean made of slaves like Barbados, the Bahamas, and last of all, if that's not enough, he's going to have to deal with the Amistad, and that court case can be found in the 1840s. So, like I said, light work tonight, but what you're going to hear from him is a lot of Dane Calloway, a lot of Brother Sanchez. You're going to hear names like Franz Boas, Melville Herskovitz. You're going to hear that the Atlantic slave trade happened in reverse. And if he uses that, guess what? Remember the definition, across the Atlantic. So even if he used that, he'll be making my point. You're going to hear some Illuminati stuff. You're going to hear a lot of YouTube podcasters. And most importantly, the only source you're ever going to get is Trust Me, Bro. Or in the top right, he's going to use some type of gematria to try to make all of this fit. So like I said, light work tonight, and I'll see the rest of my time.
Oh, he's stopping early. You got 20 seconds, bro.
Bro, he needs it. He needs it.
I don't need it because I
needs it. He's talking about me.
My timer.
He
Let me
needs
reset
it.
my timer. All right, Birdie, it's on you, my brother.
All right. First of all, can we remove this garbage ass slide? Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's get to business, man. Let's get to business. First of all, if everybody didn't notice, why was he attacking what I'm gonna do? Why did he come with me with this Eminem rabbit strategy? This 8-mile strategy? Why is he even talking about what I'm gonna present? He is the presenter proving his point, which I thought in the first 5 minutes he was gonna start presenting some proof of something. He talked about what I was gonna present the whole 5 minutes. Do y'all get this? But since he doesn't know how to attack properly, I'll get this started. I'm just here to bring some doubt to things. Since we don't ever think about anything, he didn't even get to the point of the transatlantic slave trade. He just started talking about me. Cool. So since he didn't want to take flight with anything, let me go find some of my sources because I'm already ready to attack. We ain't gonna do no sitting back, chilling, none of that. Hold on, let me see what's going on. We need a little situation. First thing I want y'all to remember, we're gonna start this off weird, since he want to start weird. Okay, we want to start weird. All right. So, the first device that could capture and reproduce an image was invented in 1816 by Frenchman Joseph, don't get me the line what that is, but Nicephore Nefertiti, you feel, and was called the heliograph. However, let me slow down because I'm just getting anxious with this great news and my 5 minutes coming. However, the camera didn't capture images, but instead projected them onto another surface. In 1826, Nefertiti, used his prototype to take the first photograph. But we're going to come back to that. Just remember that. Hold on, let me show that one more time. 1816, 1826. That has nothing to do with anything. Just like what he said. It has nothing to do with anything. Allegedly. Okay. So we got that there. So we getting that out the way. 1816. Remember this. Do you know when the transatlantic slave trade was in commission? Oh, I forgot he can't interrupt or anything. Oh, got you. All right, so let me get to some details. Since he didn't want to get to it, I'll help him out. All right. So the big deal about all this stuff is that Prince Henry, who created the slave trade, that's who created it. European guy, right? The First Nation, Portugal. 2 minutes. Oh, I got plenty of time. Thank you. Let me take a sip. Oh, man, hold on. Don't start frowning your face like you don't know none of this information. I'm going to give it for you because you ain't going to be able to present a case. Because then I'm going to come back with the TKO. Bing! All right. So Prince Henry. Y'all remember these names and these dates. 1816, Prince Henry, 16th century. Remember these days. Just remember these days. So he was, what they call the navigator of Portugal. Europe, that was the first nation, Europe was trying to get it and do some trading doing some slave trading, because let's not be mistaken. Slaves were before the transatlantic slave trade. Let's get that understood. Africans had already enslaved Africans. Africans had already been enslaved with, multiple nations. We ain't gonna get into that yet. But come on, it didn't start like, oh, you just come from Africa to America. That's not the beginning of slavery. We need to get that out of the way. But anyway, they started with trading slaves with Portugal, Spain, Britain, Netherlands. None of these are in America, right? But we ain't gonna get into that yet. We ain't gonna get into that. France, Sweden, nothing in America, right? 2 minutes, 1 minute left, Rob. So then it was Captain John Hopkins with the first slavery voyage, 1562, under Queen Elizabeth I. All of these little facts. Okay, we just get into some details but what I want y'all to think about is the distance from the European coast to Africa, where he was talking about the Congo, the Sierra Leone, the Bight of Biafra, all of that stuff over there, all of that, yes. Let's see the distance, and then the distance from those, are they villages, these countries, whatever, all the way to America. Let's get those distances.
Time. All righty. Birdie done put he shot back. Kung Fu put some information out there. Birdie saying no. Birdie gave us his info. Now it's time for us to get into this 10-minute round. All right. Now it's time for the presenters it's time to get it on, fellas. No more, taking it easy.
Hold on, I thought my boy was gonna get to present himself though.
Yeah, he does. No. I'm talking about my judge. He wanted to present himself. Oh yeah, the judge. Go ahead, Kung Fu. Bring up his judge so we can meet his judge.
Okay, yeah, he just pulling up. He ain't had to do nothing. We just behind the scenes, just like his partner behind the scenes.
What's going on, fella?
Man, we can't call it. What's happening?
Peace.
Man, already. I like how y'all starting out, man. Hey, man, going forward.
Most definitely. We just want to make sure you coming in unbiased and you just gonna be free to hear what everybody's saying. And
yeah, definitely. I'm gonna judge it the right way, man. I'm ready to listen to all the facts, man. Y'all come with it.
Okay, for sure, man. Got anything you want to shout out, man? Shout out your home team, your goddamn city, your baby mama and her sister and everybody, man. Shout out somebody.
Hey, man, you already know, man. This Suave, man. I'm a rep for the whole A, man. You know how we do it, man. It's already, man. Good money.
Good money, shit. Okay, then, man. Okay, back him out of here so we can get back to it, man. Knock him out the booth for a minute.
All right. My man, Decoy Jones. Thanks for coming through. All right, now it's time for these presenters to do that 10-minute round. So we're going to do the 10-minute round, both of them, and then we're going to have a little 2-minute, a rebuttal afterwards.
Here you go with it, trash.
Hebrew, it's your time. Hey, DatboiByrdie, you got to go on mute, man. You just clowning them hard, man. You got to go on mute. All right, Kung Fu. Hey, look, hey, Birdie, if you interrupt this man and clown him, I'm going to take a minute from you and give it to him so he can beat on you. All right, Kung Fu, go ahead and do your thing.
No doubt. See. One thing you got to understand is he made a comment, right? He said, why am I presenting his information and I spent the whole time? I actually spent the whole time on, first of all, defining what the transatlantic slave trade was. Then I went step by step by what I'm about to present. But it's like this, man. They don't call me the Kung Fu Hebrew for a reason. It's being able to predict your opponent. When you know what a man is going to use, it's like I said, if I'm going up against somebody doing jujitsu, I know they want to take me to the ground. So why would I even play around? So if I'm going up against somebody jujitsu and I say, hey, I know you're trying to get me on the ground, get me in an arm hold, I know what's going on. So all I'm doing to the people is when this information that he's got to present from his side, that's why I say I can take my time because this is already a wrap. He's want to talk about making my claim for me. He brought up Henry the Navigator. So what did Henry the Navigator do? if not transport? Is he saying that he transported slaves across the Atlantic? Is he gonna make my point for me? But once again, this is why I'm undefeated in this type of stuff, because number one, it was an introduction. I'm not supposed to give you all my daggers to start out with. I'm just giving you an outline of my premise and my point, but let's get into it. I will be presenting why the transatlantic slave trade started. First of all, what were some of the reasons behind it? What were some of the historical events that you can source of why, potential reasons why the transatlantic slave trade started in the first place? Then I'm also going to speak about who. When I say the who was involved, what countries, some major figures, some major happenings that happened during the transatlantic slave trade as well. So I'm going to get in that. But like I said, it's no rush because I know what's coming my way. So when you already know what's coming, it just make it real easy for yourself. But let's get into it. What was the reason behind the transatlantic slave trade, right? So let me get into that. Some of the possible reasons. Number one was the Papal Bull of 1455. This was the Romanus Pontifex issued by Pope Nicholas IV, which gave Portugal permission to enslave all Saracen Turks and all non-Christians into slavery. It also gave Portugal dominion over all territory south of Cape Bojador with the additional Dom Diversis Bull. And once again, it's another source. That can be found in the book by Joel S. Panzer, The Popes and Slavery. All right. So real quick, just so you get an idea of the area that is identified, that dot right there would be Cape Bojador. So if you look at what was the land south of Cape Bojador, you see right there it's West Africa. So once again, you're going to look at the Catholic Church and some of these other things to basically explain why these things were going on. Next, you got to get the Papal Bull of 1493. This was the Ender Caetera, which was issued by Pope Alexander. I think that's the 6th, but I ain't good at Roman numerals, so if I'm wrong on that, Pope Alexander VI. I ain't good at Roman numerals, so whichever one it is, it's all good. I think that's 6. All right. Yeah, 4 is the other way. In 1494, which granted the Spanish monarchy all lands south and west, at least 100 leagues west and south of Cape Verde and the Azores. And this was issued after Columbus returned. So once again, we saw the first Papal Bull gave basically the lands of West Africa to the Portuguese, right? And the lands below those 2 places that I identified in that map. And this one brought the Spanish into the slave trade. Because at this time, there was a lot of tension between Spain and Portugal. So this Pope believed that he could end that tension by issuing this bull, right? So let me show you what areas were affected by this. All right, so this is the map of the affected area. If you look on there, that's where the Azores are. And then that's your interruption. Because you put it on the screen. I'm just saying, we ain't supposed to be putting no comments on the screen. But if that's your interruption, it's all good. I ain't tripping.
Bro, that was Libre TV. That wasn't me. That was Libre TV.
Oh, so I put the comment up during my. It's all good, like I said. All good.
Okay, now I got.
All right, man. So you gonna act like you can't write into the screen tonight? It's all good, man. Like I said, this is light work, so you can keep it interrupted. It still ain't gonna change these facts. So right now, you can see the Azores, you can see Cape Verde. So if you look on the map of South America, you can see where the Portuguese, the Spanish, and the Dutch all had their influences. So it's pretty simple about where those Papal Bulls affected as far as where the slavery was gonna go. The Catholic justification for the transatlantic slave trade. All right, so now we got to get into this because this is one of the major contributing factors to the slave trade would be missionary work, conversion, things like that. So the first thing would be the Great Commission. That is Matthew 28, verses 19 through 20. And that's where after Jesus' ascension, he comes down and he says, go ye therefore and teach all nations. That is Matthew 28, 19, and 20. That is what that verse in scripture is talking about. So when it says teach all nations, it also means people who have never heard of Christianity, never heard because they thought it was a mandate by God for them to convert non-Christians. Second, obedience to authority, which can be found in Romans 13, 1 through 7. Okay, and that's basically saying where you're supposed to be obedient to authority. This is another one of those God-given rights that the Catholic Church felt that they had over other people, right? But they could issue one of those papal bulls to basically kind of add on to what the Bible was already trying to influence. Christian dominion from Genesis 1:28. This is where man was given dominion over the earth. They felt like in the Catholic Church that dominion was also issued to the European. So that is another reason or another justification that was done through the Catholic Church of why slave trade, because they felt like they had dominion over the whole planet. And if you feel like you have dominion and you feel like you know, once you do get them when you can convert them to Christianity, and Jesus himself in Matthew allegedly told them to go ye therefore and teach all nations. Those are like three things lining up for why they decided to do the transatlantic slave trade. Next, you have the concept of what is called a just war, meaning that if you are going into battle against non-Christians, Muslims, anybody who is not a Christian, that is what a just war. So these are just the way the Catholic Church justified enslaving other nations. They justified all of the crusades. They justified anything against anybody who could be considered a heathen. And last but not least, the concept of what a heathen is to begin with. And they were also not like the Bible teaches us, right? The Bible doesn't teach conversion by force, right? But whenever you're ready to take them cheeks off, thank you, my brother. I appreciate them cheeks, man. It's motivated me to get through my round. Brother Joel, let me know when I got like 2 minutes left. But once again, you have the concept of the heathen, the concept of conversion by force if necessary. So all of these things put together led to what the transatlantic slave trade would be. So you got to understand what we're doing. So this is not all of them, but this is the way I'm presenting my case. The age of exploration, okay? All of these things were leading, because you got to understand, Europe is a pretty confined area. The age of exploration was actually built to try to find an alternate route to Asia where they didn't necessarily have to go through all of the Muslim occupied territories. So that's why they always try to say, like, you have the West Indies, right? That's why they called it. They thought they had, when Christopher Columbus landed in the New World, as he called it, that's why they ended up calling it the West Indies, because he thought he had made it to Asia, but actually he only just discovered, I guess you could say, the Caribbean or the Americas, right? So the age of exploration. So let's understand why Europeans wanted to start the age of exploration, as it's called. They needed new sources and locations to expand their wealth. If you look at how big Portugal is not a big country. So the only way that they would have to do is they would have to start to colonize, right? They would have to go find other things. If you look at Portugal as compared to Brazil, Brazil is way larger than Portugal, but they all speak Portuguese, right? So Portugal knew pretty much there's no way they could really expand in Europe without touching Spain. So they also needed a labor force for these new resources that were available in the New World, which were mostly sugar, cotton, coffee, and tobacco plantations. And I already got into the religious motivation is what the age of exploration is, because their job, or what they wanted to do, was to try to convert the entire world, to basically save their souls from damnation. That was the Catholic Church justification. And I'm going to stop right there.
Right on time. Woo, that boy is sharp. He is sharp. Kung Fu Hebrew dropped that first bit of knowledge. He built a pretty good case.
That was nothing.
You know, Birdie through the distraction. Kung Fu ain't catch the twerk. He said, whatever. I ain't worrying about it. So now Birdie is on you, man. It's on you to come back at him. He put down something. So
yeah, he was real philosophical, man.
Your 10 minutes starts as soon as you do.
All right. Let me get some of my little files together and all of that. What are they trying to do? Throw 2 peace sign and all? They're trying to give you a code.
Wait, you get a 2-minute rebuttal first.
Oh, you doing that? Okay. 2-minute rebuttal.
Okay. Okay.
My information.
Yeah, because we got plenty of time. Let's don't rush this. I got you some. I got some. Well, what I want to say is this. It's cute talking about Jesus and the Nazarite and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And Abraham walked through the mountains and like, we get that. But why are you not talking about the slaves, African black slaves being chained into a boat and traveled mysteriously far on the violent Atlantic Ocean? I'm just like, why is that not your biggest point after a 10-minute spiel now? That's what I'm thinking now. Oh, no, I got plenty. Trust me. I'm not bringing nothing out yet. I told you. I didn't even have to bring nothing out yet because he's not even breaking down why it happened. Or he's not breaking down he's not breaking down the Africans getting to America. That is my biggest debate. If we don't know that part, I'm not just specifically saying we know about what I just told you about Prince Henry and this and that and Captain John. We're talking about European trades. We're not talking about from slaves of Africans that were already enslaved to others. It's not no Europeans came and took over anything. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. So we just getting it clear. I don't know if your whole debate is on one part or the whole thing and this. Yes, we get that. We get that they went over there and did. Oh, that's 2 minutes.
No, you got 30 seconds. Keep rolling.
Oh, but we understand that they did some over there. We talking about getting from Africa to America. And I want to know your stance on that. That's what I'm trying to say. You giving the history, which I like because some people don't know the history. That's why I threw a little history. You threw a little history. But when we going to get to the nitty gritty? All right, but it's my turn, so maybe I'll do it.
All righty. All right, thanks for that rebuttal. Okay, Birdie, it's time for you to present, man. You have to lay them the rest, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got to go ahead and lay them the rest. Let me go ahead.
As soon as you get started, I'm going to start your time.
All right, let me go over here and fish for a minute right quick, man. Let me get in this shit.
Let me know when you're ready.
All right, hold on 1 second. I'm pulling up some extravagant files. Hold on. So we going to start with this right here. Because since he want to shoot you around, we're going to start like this too. All right. Ooh, this. Well, let's do this.
Don't forget you interrupt me.
Like,
get you back.
No, I ain't worried about all that.
Definitely proof of the Mandela effect.
Hold on.
All right, I'm going to start your time.
Exactly. I got him. Yeah, he thought I'm coming with something else. I ain't coming with that yet. Oh, my time start. Let it start. I can just smoke a cigarette or something. Plenty time. Plenty time. So let's get this thing going, man. Hold on, let me pull up another file. Yeah, thank you, Brother Joel, giving me a little room. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Let me add this right here. Hold on. Remove. Nah, we don't need Jeezy up there. Hold on. Don't worry. I got plenty of time. Just chill. Just chill. Oh, that was the wrong slide. Just chill. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Hold on. Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about. All right. Let's bring some things to the stage, man. When did Nelson Mandela die? Does anybody know when Nelson Mandela died? I know I'm talking off the wall like he is. I'm just talking about facts for a minute. My strategy is my strategy. His strategy is his. So just ride with me. So what year are they saying that Nelson Mandela died? Oh, this organized very well. Trust me. I like to do a sneak attack. That's the thing. He ain't said nothing but showing Abraham and come on, man. We ain't studying that. Anyway, so on December 5th, 2013, Nelson Mandela, the first president of South Africa, we just talking about African facts. Can I not talk about some African facts? Okay, that's not organized. Cool. To be elected in a fully representative democratic election, as well as the country's first black head of state, died at the age of 95 after a prolonged respiratory infection. So he died what? 95. What is it? December 2013, right? Okay, cool. We just want to get that out the way. Let's see if we got something else. Oh man, we'll get to. Oh man, we'll get to. Oh, let me go, bro. Let me get off of that. Okay, so check this out. So why did I bring up that? I bring that up because it's a thing like this. My stance, since he don't want to give y'all his stance, really, he just talking about biblical stories and all of that. My stance is this. All they do is erase history. I said this with the last episode with Donald Trump and his situation. They love to erase and change the history. But now people are saying this thing called a Mandela effect, a time warps, a time swap. And maybe that's what bruh thinking about. Because he's not going to be able to show you any pictures of any slaves on a boat. This is horrible, I know. Thank you. We know that's how it is in the first rounds. We know that. You come get them, we got you. He's not going to present any pictures of the slaves on the boat. This is why we're going pseudo. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. So when he doesn't present that, I'm just going to be curious to be like, okay, what is the proof that they got here that you're just naming all these magical stories? We hope it's some kind of evidence that it's a boat and a picture on Google or something that he finds from Africans chained in a boat. All of that. Okay, cool. Because it is some pictures. I got some pictures of some people who chained to a boat. It's not blacks. It's not Africans. Okay. So anyway, so what I'm going to present is this. The whole fact of the matter is history is changed. I showed y'all with that with JFK and the tree growing out the grass. I know it's a little over y'all head. I'm not here to prove nothing. I'm here to rebut. So I can throw things out here. It's on him to get me out, get y'all from thinking how I'm thinking. That's what I'm trying to tell you. How would it be the camera wasn't invented until 1830? Oh no, don't. Let's get these dates very clear now. Because we're gonna have to remember what date it is when these slaves got here and all of that too now. Paintings, oh no, don't you please don't go and say paintings. That's like painting the gremlins. That's like painting goddamn a stegosaurus. And come on now, we ain't going there. But anyway, so we're gonna go here with things that just happen to be happening. That's all. What my video line? This all I'm trying to show to the. Let's get something going.
Watching Shazam in the 90s with Sinbad the actor, well, the movie never existed.
You know what? The movie was never real. It was the rumor started in 2009. I don't know where it came from, but it's not real.
Millions of people remember watching this movie, but it never existed. Apparently, it's a Mandela effect, a collective false memory of something that a lot of people remember, but it never happened. Just like, for instance, the Mandela effects of the Monopoly guy with the monocle, the Berenstain Bears with an EE, and George the monkey with the tail. These things never happened. And the thing is, I recently found videos of people who actually have a VHS tape of the Shazam movie.
I still don't understand the whole issue with this movie Shazam, with Sinbad. I mean,
if it never existed, how come a lot of people still have the VHS tape? Are we in a different timeline? Time travel? Parallel universe? What's going on? Strange, isn't it? But it gets even stranger. I found an original scene from the Shazam movie, and in this clip we can find several Mandela effects.
What are you doing? Dad could have thrown out all of Mom's stuff. He just could have. James, there's got to be something he forgot here.
Is it George the monkey with the tail?
Remember her by. Hey. We have our memories. They're real. No one can take that from us. Yeah.
Clean this up. Can you imagine if Dad saw this mess?
Really hooked on them.
Bless you.
Berenstain Bears with an E. Nelson Mandela dead at 68?
Whoa.
So I'll take a break from that right now. We'll just let him go and stop for that for a minute. I know it's all over a lot of y'all heads. Let me just jump in there from the jump. I know it's over a lot of your head, but just take some time to think. I'm not here trying to prove nothing to y'all. I'm here just to show you a reasonable doubt of what could have happened.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild, B.
Okay, so yeah, it's literally the worst. He haven't got to the transatlantic slave trade except just like me. We're just talking about who created it and what way. We haven't talked about that. He haven't proved anything. But anyway, my stance is that history is gonna be changed in a race each time. How much time? Have my 2 minutes got there yet?
2 minutes.
Wasn't near yet. Okay, 2 minutes. So now it's time to turn up. Let me get that turn all the way up now. Yes, sir. So check this out. You see what happened. Sinbad got on a live TV show or whatever and said, bro, I didn't make no movie. I didn't even make no movie. Is that I mean, he didn't make the movie? And everybody got the VHS. It's all over social media that he did make the movie, that he said everybody, even the company said he didn't make the movie. So was all of us that watched the movie out of our mind? Just like the slave trade. This is why I'm putting it together. We haven't seen no slave. Nobody on this panel can say they seen a boat full of slaves coming across the water from Africa. And we got to think about the conditions of the boats that were made in 16th century. Since we're going to get into that, Miss Pseudo Killer, you know, y'all was saying about the no camera, the boats. These aren't no goddamn steel pirate ships. Like, hey, let's remember what we were working with in the 16th century. Let's remember. So we're going to get that understood. I don't know what evidence he going to give besides keep explaining the history of the transatlantic slave trade. Nobody's negating that. We're talking about, we want to see some activity. We want to see some proof of someone being transported across the raging waters, which I'll have my next round and go crazy with it. You know, I ain't tripping. I'm just slow rolling because he ain't showing me nothing to put me in a corner. He just talking about Abraham walking through with Moses and pulling, like, come on, man. Come on, let's go. I don't even need no more time right now. I ain't even pulling out nothing. I'm just showing you they're lie about a movie.
On time. All righty, time. Oh, man, Birdie said we've been hit by the Mandela effect. All right, so here go the rebuttal. Go ahead, Kung Fu. Let me get your 2 minutes going. You got 2 minutes for your rebuttal.
God, where do I want to start? Do I want to start with steel pirate ships? Do I want to start with, he said I'm wasting my time, right? I'm wasting my time by formulating an argument, right? Because if I just hop right into the slave trade, because once again, I would like for this to be an informative thing, but let's go through what he said. He said in a movie, they said Nelson Mandela died in the 60s, but before that,
he said he died in 68. Yeah. It wasn't.
Is that your interruption?
Okay.
No doubt. So if he died in the 60s, but then you pull it up on, I guess that was a Wikipedia or a Google search. You know, it didn't say what the source was, so we can't really verify what this is. But whatever he pulled up showing Nelson Mandela died sometime in the 2000s. Then to rebut that, he uses a reference in a movie about a magical genie, and then in the movie about a magical genie, he uses a not Curious George, but whatever George the monkey reference, not having no tail. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening right now.
They said don't exist. I'm saying, when do we get a head to head so we can go head to head? Because this nigga just making up shit now.
No.
All right, my bad. Let me mute. My bad.
Man, you gotta let him finish. Let them finish.
No
You
doubt.
got mute
No
up.
doubt. It's no doubt, man. You gotta understand how decorum works, man. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's the weight of the L is just sitting on his shoulders right now because he can feel it. He can feel it because once again, the point of a debate is to build an argument so the audience understands like they don't know the information. That is the purpose. I can't go in here like, oh, everybody knows this, and this, because that's not how it's done. But that's not how I debate. I like to give the information like you've never heard it before, right? But what do I really need to rebut? Rebut a movie? Like he said, I'm not talking about the slave trade. I'm building my argument as why, first of all, did it happen? Cool. I'll just go right on into my 10 minutes.
Okay.
First of all, why did it happen?
Whoa. How many 2 minutes? Oh, it's another 10-minute session?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 3 of them.
Oh, okay. God damn.
We got plenty of time. So it's building an argument.
Start your time again.
Absolutely. Please start my 10 minutes. So all I'm trying to do and formulate is to give some sort of information. So if somebody comes back, they can see the source where I got the information, look it up for themselves to verify, like I said, if what I'm saying is correct. So this is my point. I am building my argument. First of all, why did the transatlantic slave trade happen? I'm going to get to the who and the why, but that's just, like I said, this is my method, right? So if you want to attack my methodology, perfectly fine. But me talking about papal bulls that talked about why the monarchies want to explore versus Sinbad, I don't know. That's how we doing it. It's all good, man. But let me get my screen back up because, once again, they don't call me the Kung Fu Hebrew for no reason. Who was he talking about earlier? He talked about Henry the Navigator. Wow. How did I know he was going to bring that up? Because, once again, I ain't gonna even try to make it seem like the Hebrew part of me is being a prophet, but I knew what he was gonna talk about because these are just a couple of famous explorers from the time. Because once again, the purpose of an educational debate is to educate. So some of these people y'all might not have known, but from left to right, you got A, it's Henry the Navigator, which he already talked about. Prince Henry the Navigator, right? They had no room for the prince. B would be Vasco da Gama, a Spanish explorer. Ferdinand Magellan. And then John Cabot, right? So these were some of the famous explorers during this time period. Now, once again, you would say, what does this have to do with the transatlantic slave trade? Once again, it's like when you're building a house, you just don't go in and put the jacuzzi in right away. You got to build the foundation. Then you got to build the structure. Then you can start to fill the house out. You can't just go straight into the jacuzzi and the pool and all that other stuff. So I'm building because these people had to first explore to say, there's something over there that we're going to need the people and the labor force for. That's the point of what I'm doing. Because if you know Ferdinand Magellan, he circumnavigated the earth. He was the first person to do that. John Cabot was responsible for a lot of the English claim on North America, mostly the eastern coast, right? That's the reason why. If you start to see the way the slave trade works, and if you kind of understand the method to my madness of how I'm doing it, it makes sense. I brought up John Cabot because after John Cabot explored the Atlantic coast of North America, or what's now referred to as the United States, you see, those were the English colonies, right? And then when you look at what the Portuguese explorers did, they went down in that area where Brazil is. That's why the national language of Brazil is Portuguese. And when you look at, we're going to get to the French, we're going to get to the Spanish. But if you look at a lot of the reasons why, because this is another reason you got to understand, we know colonization happened, right? Across the water. So all I'm doing is explaining some of these reasons why certain countries speak English, certain ones speak Dutch, certain ones speak Portuguese, etc. But let's keep going. Now you wanted to get to the who, so let's get to it. Who was involved in the transatlantic slave trade? When I say who, it's going to be some different things. It's not just going to be specific people, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So slave routes, right? Brazil had the largest number of slaves with over 5 million from West Africa. All right. The Caribbean had the second largest number of slaves with just under 4.5 million going to the Caribbean, or what they called at the time the West Indies. All right. The American colonies were next with just under 400,000 slaves. Europe was last with right around 300,000 slaves. And the slave trade started from the early 1500s and it ended in 1888 when Brazil abolished slavery. So if you look at this map, we have the routes. We have the routes that they use to navigate, and just be prepared for a word that's going to come, because once again, they don't call me to come. I know what's coming. So just be prepared to hear a term called ocean gyres. It's coming. It's coming. Don't worry. So these are the routes that they hit. And if you look at where they're coming out, the majority of these places were coming out of West Africa. We know the largest group went to Brazil. Let's keep going. Slave counts by country. So he wants to talk about, I've already showed you where they went. Now let's see which country was responsible for bringing them across the transatlantic. Because he said, I ain't got the people on boats going to the Americas, the Caribbeans, and all of that. This is the people on the boats going to the Caribbean. I already gave you the numbers that went to each individual region or country. Now I'm going to tell you which country was responsible. Portugal transported the most at over 4.5 million. Great Britain was next with over 3.1 million. France was third with over 1.3 million. Spain was fourth with over 1.1 million. The Netherlands were next with 500,000. So if you look at it's not necessarily equal, because, you know, Brazil is a very large populated country, right? But we know that the Spanish basically colonized from Mexico down and places like that. So that's the reason why a lot of South America speaks Spanish versus Portuguese. But we understand, based on the slave trade, that's the reason why Brazil, the largest country in South America, speaks Portuguese and not Spanish. Because based on that papal bull that I showed in my first round, that's the reason why they speak Portuguese. Based on that other papal bull where it explained what belonged to the Spanish, that's the reason why when you get to Central America, Mexico, it's all Spanish. We ain't even got to the Dominican Republic yet. We got to still get to some other stuff before that, because it's not even established yet. So you got to just kind of understand why these things. And then when you go to French, when I get to one of these stories that happened during the transatlantic slave trade, you're going to understand why this country. That we need some evidence. I'm glad we do. I'm glad we need some evidence. So whenever you're ready, I just go ahead and you ready to take that off my screen? Let me know. Whenever you're ready, so I can continue my slide. Well, this is terrible. All right, that is your one interruption for the round. You can remove that from the screen so I can keep giving you some more evidence, right? Once again, he wants evidence. Let's go. Whenever you're ready to remove that, I can go ahead. Don't worry, I got it. All right, cool. So I've already said who was responsible. I already showed where he wants. He wants evidence, but this is the problem. He wants evidence based on an invention that wasn't created. This is the most nonsensical argument I have ever heard in my entire life. If we don't have a picture of it, I guess it just didn't happen. So throw the Roman conquest out, throw the Mongolians and Genghis Khans out, because we don't have no pictures. Throw the Vikings out. We ain't got no pictures, y'all. All we got is a painting or a depiction. Throw it all out. All the history is a wrap if you don't have no picture. That is, like my man May said, that's wild. That is the
minutes.
That is the wildest argument I've ever heard, because there are no pictures. When we know even today, he said he got some pictures. Guarantee you, he gonna try to say some Jews was on the boat and they went the other way. If he try to pull the pictures out, because I already told you, he gonna go use the brother Santa. I already know where he going. But let's keep going. First of all, you got to deal with the Haitian Revolution, my brother. The Haitian Revolution lasted from 1791 to January 4th, 1804, when Haiti declares it. You need some facts. You need some evidence. Haiti. It don't get no easier than Haiti. It was the most, it's regarded as one of the most successful slave revolts, period. And then I got plenty of questions for the question and answer round. But it was led by Louverture and Jean-Jacques Dessalines were key figures. All right, this revolution took place right at the beginning of the French Revolution and through the reign of Napoleon Bonaparte. After their successful revolution, they were recognized as the first, in quotation marks, Black Republic. It was originally called Saint-Domingue, but was named after a Taino word meaning land of the high mountains. So if you didn't know where Haiti came from, it means land of the high mountains. Let's keep going. Lloyd's of London. All right. Lloyd's of London was a major maritime insurer who insured the ships and human cargo. They haven't given any exact number was given, but in 2020, they issued an apology for their role in the transatlantic slave trade. I don't know how much time I got, 30 seconds left, or I'm good.
Yeah, you got 15 seconds. Keep rocking.
All right. Yeah.
End it.
So once again, why would Lloyd's of London, who is financially responsible, you always say follow the money, follow the numbers, why would they admit financial responsibility for it? And I'm going to end my time.
All right. There you go, boy. All righty, Birdie trying to throw in some more shade, but Kung Fu stay diligent. Man. Birdie say he want evidence. Kung Fu dropping his knowledge. Look, you got a 2-minute rebuttal for him.
Okay, Birdie. Can we take this garbage down, please? Every time I rebuttal, can we please take this garbage down? It just does nothing for me. I mean, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So check this out. The first thing was, since I rebuttal, I get to ask you something a little bit, right? Kind of. Yeah, cool. I'm trying to figure out, what were you meaning by, if I don't believe in the pictures of the yellow arrows pointing to America, why should I believe in that? I mean, what does that signify? Y'all talking about paintings and this and that. Why should that signify something when I clearly just showed y'all, because I want to get one step ahead of y'all for that. I clearly showed y'all they will lie about history that we can see. Let's think about that. If we saw the movie and the books and they physically changed it in front of our eyes and said these do not exist, the companies, everybody said it doesn't exist. I'm just trying to figure out what are you talking about, as in, how can't you believe it? Why would you have that stance? You can unmute yourself. It's a 2-minute rebuttal.
No, you don't ask questions in a rebuttal.
He don't get the, okay, he don't want to answer it anyway. I got you. Cool, perfect. He set it up perfectly. That's what it is. Now, in a 2-minute, 5 minutes was okay, cool. Okay. And this is what I want y'all to think about too in my rebuttal. Were slaves still coming to America from Africa after the Haitian Revolution, after that whole episode of French Revolution, however y'all want, whichever order, the very end?
2 minutes up.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
All right. Time for you to get into your second round, Birdie. All right. Don't let him off the hook. He putting that heat on you, so you have to turn.
Okay, so now we're talking about heat. Okay, I gave y'all my point of view from the side. No
Start
diddy.
your time.
Okay, no diddy. But yeah, I hit y'all from the side one time. No diddy. But now we're going to come from the goddamn front with that thing. All right, we're going to call it missionary. So check this out. No diddy. You know, he been trying all night to try to say, he going to come with this. He going to come with that. Yeah, because he know it's devastating evidence. A lot of the stuff I got, he know it's devastating. It's going to give you the reasonable doubt to say, damn. Oh, man, we just believe in what they said. Wait a minute. It was a big debate about people were Native Americans. A lot of stuff was like we're the Aboriginal, or it is the original people in North America and all of that. I'm not even debating that right now. I'm just throwing things out there. It was a year or two online, period. Everybody said it wasn't nobody from Africa hardly came. It was really just prisoners or slaves that they captured here, like the Pilgrims, all of that. Well, let's remember that date. Check that date out, y'all. Check that date out. Just check it out. All right. So that just give me y'all some avenues. You can call it whenever you want to call it out. Yeah, the dates get crazy. But anyway, So this is my little stretch. So let me go on and get into some things. I just want y'all to remember that because it was a time when everyone was saying we're Native Americans and we're not from Africa. Those are two completely different people. We know it was slaves. We're not knocking that. We just saying about Africa bringing slaves to America. That's all we're trying to see, because there should be a heavy populated African population in America if that was the case. But we ain't gonna get into it. We ain't gonna get into that yet. Because they say, they were saying 12 million Africans came through the slave trade. 15% died or couldn't make it through. Those are some rugged waters with no care, no nothing, no. But let me let someone break this down a little bit just to give you a better perspective. This is a little clip I got, this will take up half of my time. I just want you to get y'all point of view on this one, because he ain't showing y'all shit. He just still talking about Libya and this and the bells of the pearls and the bells. Come on, man. That ain't telling you nothing about a physical black human being, or whatever you want to call him, African, Black American, whatever. He hasn't shown y'all one that was physically coming this way, who had a address in Africa and then it ended up in Georgia. I haven't seen it. That's what but we'll get to that. Let me go dig in the vault and present some things right quick. We want to hear another perspective right quick, man, because it's really goddamn something I just want to get out here, because this needs to be heard.
Pictures of black slaves on a ship, fam. Show me real pictures of black Americans on a slave ship. You won't be able to find it. Only thing you'll be able to find is cartoons. 9 months on the ocean.
Okay. I didn't even want to remove it. I want to add it back to the stage, but let me pause. Did y'all hear what my brother said, man? This shit too funny, but serious. Yeah, it's serious. Cause check this out. Let me do this again. I need to let them boys say this one more time. Then I'm gonna talk about
it. Show me real pictures of black Americans on a slave ship. You won't be able to find it. Only thing you'll be able to find is cartoons.
Let me redo it like that, because this is one of my biggest points, everybody, since we watching and talking and judging. We have no pictures. If he even wants, Kung Fu Hebrew, if he even wants to present a case, he's gonna have to go on Google. I'm telling all of y'all right now, go to Google and find me a picture. I'm willing. I got millions to pay. We'll give you $1 million if you can find a picture, an actual picture of a human being, not a drawing. We want them on the slave ship, not a drawing. When you search it, you're going to go row after row. Nothing but drawings. This could be anything. We have nothing but drawings, but I just want to get that out there. We're talking about
the message of the Indonesian. First of all, we must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate the crux of my venereal infection.
Okay, that was real cute. Okay, he knew I was hitting him across the head. No, did he? He had to go with a low blow. No, did he? But so like I said, you heard what the brother's showing you. It's nothing but a whole bunch of pictures of cartoons, man. Let's keep it going, man.
Months on the ocean. That's damn near a year at sea. Do you know what happens to your body under those conditions? Just remember this concerning the transatlantic slave trade.
Hold on. Hold on. He laughing, y'all. He laughing in the background, y'all. You know what they said about the time frame? 9 months. Y'all research it. Because he's not giving y'all no time frame. He's not giving y'all no numbers. I'm finna come with these numbers and accuracies. if they have calculated that it would have been in today's time 9 months at sea. Have any of y'all been in the Navy? Have y'all had an uncle or something in the Navy? Do you know what 9 months at sea, Doug? My boy right here been in the Navy. This is what he's trying to tell you. So let's just think about these conditions. And they said 15%, only that small percentage didn't make it. Everybody else just came over here and started working. They were straight. They just started lifting weights, barrels. Oh, shit, I've been on the water 9 months. Shit, I'm straight. Nigga, hell you talking about? I'm an African. Yeah, right. Let's go, boy. Bring this shit back.
We got real pictures of Jewish immigrants coming over here by the boatload. You talking about just like they show you came.
We need to check on these dates. I'm giving y'all the opportunity. This ain't me telling you what is right and wrong. So he has no position in this. He has to prove that they got over here. I'm telling you that exactly what I'm showing you. Don't take it no less, no more. They have picture of the Jews. Check out the dates when they came over to America. Check out the dates. I'm not making up anything. We can all check it out. Just like his phrase says, Kung Fu Hebrew's phrase. You can Google it right now. So let's go. We need to go some more. Let's get it.
Show you black people that this is how y'all came to America. But this is cartoons. They stuffed ships full of Negroes in these cartoons. But guess what's not cartoons? Them coming over here stuffed as like I'm talking about packed shoulder to shoulder. Or they stuffed them ships like a sardine can, and I ain't making it up. I came with receipts today. Look at here. If you want to find real pictures of people being on slave ships, aka refugee ships.
Hold on, let me pause it. I blew it out. You talking about Lego?
From across the water, you will find everybody but black people.
Oh,
look at what I got on the screen. And while you look at that, I want you to think about this right here. People, you know what this is? It's cameras. They had cameras in the 1500s. I'm gonna say that again. They had cameras in the 1500s, and this is what they looked at like. The transatlantic slave trade supposedly took place from the 1500s to 1800s. Let's look at camera technology, and I'm finna go somewhere. So we got cameras during this time. No doubt.
We got cameras.
We got cameras. And on up to the 1800s, the cameras getting really fancy, right? But nevertheless, we got cameras. Even in the 1800s, we had handheld cameras like this. If we got ships, we got cameras. What's my point, yo? My point is, during the time that the transatlantic slave trade supposedly was taking place, we had cameras. But if we got
Birdie done come back. Kung Fu said he had on a 10-4 kufi though. He said he had on a 10-4 kufi. But Birdie licking shots. See, look at him. He popping cannons off. All right, it's time for Kung Fu to do his 2-minute rebuttal. All right, let me get my time. All right, go ahead, Kung Fu. Give him a whipping.
Ooh, what?
I told you what this man was gonna do. I told you what he was gonna do. See, you guys sat me in here going wild because you got
handle your business. Don't keep talking about me.
No, Birdie, you can't speak, Birdie. Stop it.
I'm gotta get my 2 minutes because I want to make sure I get to all of my information. This is the last round. Once again, this is what I'm talking about. I told y'all. I told you he was gonna bring out Sanchez. I told you he was gonna talk about Jews coming on boats. Did y'all see that steamship? A steamship. Please, anybody in the audience, Google steamships for transatlantic travel. This is insane. He's talking about they had cameras in the 1500s. No, they had a box that you would look through that would focus your depth perception so you can draw it. No Kodak in the 1500s. Are you serious? And the whole argument that's being made is, let's just think about this for a second. Priorities. He's already talked about how terrible the voyage was, how dangerous it was. So when we're trying to supply a ship full of food and as they called it, rations for the voyage, and like you said, they had the slaves packed in there like sardine cans, allegedly, right? And somebody was like, you know what we need? A camera. This is ridiculous. What is this? Woo! I told you, the only source he's going to use is trust me, bro. Look at the bottom left-hand corner. What did I tell you? White people and slavery. Woo! Oh my God.
All right, y'all. Y'all doing good, man. This is good. These presenters are putting it in. They putting in their work. Now it's time for Kung Fu. Hey, Kung Fu, this y'all last round.
Man. Hey,
this
man.
y'all last round. You got to seal it for them.
Hey, as a master of Wing Chun, we not supposed to play with them, man. We don't play with you. The point is to take you out as quickly as possible.
Out, man.
So
let me know when you want me to start your time.
Let me put all these nails in the coffin. He say he don't trust no yellow
lines.
All right,
I'm gonna start your time now.
Absolutely. He said he don't trust yellow lines. The yellow lines is only pointing to where they went. So he must not trust no map of where Africa is. Meaning he don't trust no map of South America or Europe. That's not my problem. He gonna have to show me another map where this is wrong. He don't want to use the term ocean giants. He said, hey, y'all can check it. They was on the boat 9 months. That ain't what this say. It say the average slave voyage was anywhere between 8 to 12 weeks. So half the time that he said. But once again, I told you the source. Trust me, bro. And in this case, trust me, bro. Sanchez, which was the most nonsensical thing, because if you put that video up, you're going to see.
So you done been.
Oh my goodness, we gonna keep interrupting.
No, Birdie, no.
Woo! The weight of the L, my brother. The weight of an L. Woo! But look, you saw steamships when he had those pictures, right? Steamships. But anyway, first of all, where did you get those pictures from? Where is the source? Like, where is that picture? You just said we should be able to go on Google right now and Google Jews on a slave ship. I get to it in the question and answer. Don't worry. But let me get. That's your second interruption. But go ahead, man. I give it to you because once again, the weight of the L is taking over this debate. But go ahead. I need to get to my evidence, man. You already interrupted me once, but I'll wait, man. I'm patient. Unless you don't want me to get to these daggers because you want me to lose it, man. All right, you ain't gonna take it down. All right. So, something else he said in that last slide. When am I going to show people coming from Africa coming to Georgia? I don't have that. But what about people coming from Africa to around Cuba having a revolt and then getting caught up in New York? Is that good enough for you? But you can't talk about no records. There was a mutiny called the Amistad. Y'all probably saw he liked showing movies. I'm not going to even talk about the movie because it really happened. And if you look at the bottom, source, not Brother Sanchez, not a meme. The source is the United States versus the Amistad, 40 U.S., 15 petition, 518. It happened in 1841. You can Google that. I guarantee you the Amistad case will come up, no problem. But it was about a bunch of Africans that were brought to the Americas transatlantic mutiny and then were caught off the shores of Long Island. And just to prove that it was a transatlantic transaction, they won the case and they were shipped back. They were allowed to go back home to Africa. So it's both ways.
No pictures of Amistad. No pictures again.
How many interruptions he gonna get? Because once again,
Birdie, come on,
the weight of the L is too much. Because he asked for it and I gave it to him. I told you that's why I'm the Kung Fu Hebrew. I know where you're going, so that's why I say I don't gotta duck, I don't gotta block, I intercept, man. Bruce Lee, the Jeet Kune Do. It's called the art of the intercepting fist. You don't gotta block. You know what somebody doing. So I already blocked you. I don't got to. The Amistad kills your argument. There's no way around Africans coming to America and then going back. You can't get over it. You can't talk about where's the ship. Bro, they got a whole court case, period. But let me get to these daggers. Some indigenous, since you want to talk about the people who were already there, let's talk about 3 indigenous people. The Tainos, the Arawaks, and people call them the Caribs, or I forget the other name, starts with a K. You can Google it. I'm not going to go into all the indigenous tribes because we know the ones in America. Excuse me. I'm just speaking of some people that they might have encountered in the Caribbean, because I knew he got to go to Dane Calloway. So he might leave Dane Calloway in the chamber because he know I'm going to beat him up on that. But he can't have too much left in the chamber, man. But these are just some of the people that, you know, they said that they found when they got here. Once again, that'll be the third. That'll be the third interruption because you clearly see where my hands are. So you know I'm not typing. But anyway, let's talk about the Yoruba religion, because one way that you can tell if a culture has been transferred is you'll see the origin in one area, West Africa, and then it's transferred to another part of the world. The same way we said the way the Catholic Church was located in Europe, and we've seen it transferred across the whole world. We got the Yoruba religion, which you can see in numerous forms. In places like Cuba and the Dominican Republic, it's called Santeria. In Brazil, the largest place, right, when you see this religion that was transferred, not Christianity, right, it's called Candomblé, Shango, Trinidad and Tobago, and of course you know about voodoo, which is all over Haiti. It is his job, remember, to explain how did these practices get from West Africa to the Caribbean and Brazil. The transatlantic slave, it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult of a thing. But once again, let's keep going. So at this point, I don't even really know what's left to say. I've given you the reason why the transatlantic slave trade happened. I've given you all these different things, but I don't even know what to say at this point. But I do got some information because of some of the things he said. He said, were slaves still coming after the Haitian Revolution? Well, let's go back to my slide, and I'll tell you when the Haitian Revolution was. The Haitian Revolution ended January 1st, 1804. That's when they declared their independence. And I just gave you the Amistad, right, which took place in 1839. The court case was handled by the U.S. Supreme Court. But once again, I guess that's not a good source. It's not reputable. We can't trust U.S. Supreme Court records, I guess. But we got to trust Brother Sanchez and Google. This is ridiculous. I have presented source after source after source, showing you the books or things that I've got this from versus you sitting back and watching the video. This is my point. I've answered every single question that he had, but I mean, I can't wait to get to the question and answer round. But I'll go ahead and answer some more questions. He talked about the pilgrims.
He's running out of gas.
And I'm, once again, how many interruptions you got to do when you lose it? Y'all know what it is, man. When you lose it, you got to come off the mic. Because the one thing y'all got to ask yourself.
That's a 1 minute penalty. That's a 1 minute penalty.
Regardless of whether or not who you think is winning the debate, all you got to do is ask yourself, how many times have I jumped off the mic? Even though in the most ridiculous things were being said.
Or should I say like, 3 minutes?
You can give me 2. I ain't going to need it because I'm just talking right now. But this is my thing. When he was talking about cameras that can produce images in the 1500s, that's insane. That is the most insane. Give us, well, I ain't going to get to that. I'm going to get to it in the question and answer period. But that's my point. Everything this brother has brought out has not explained anything. I've shown he wants, like, this is my whole thing. He wants a picture of the slave ship. And if I can't produce a picture of the slave ship, didn't happen. But I can go right now on AI and say, produce a picture of a slave ship and put a name on it. There you go. It's so easy to do. But the point is, just because there's not a photo of it, which is a 19th century technology, doesn't even mean it exists. That's like saying, ain't no video of the slave trade. Since there's no video of the slave trade, I guess it didn't happen either because we can't watch it. The same way we can go on YouTube and watch nuts, like Brother Sanchez say, and people actually believe that there were actual cameras in the 1500s. Boy, whew. I really don't know what we're doing right now, Brother Joel. You can let me know when I have 30 seconds, but I feel like at this point, man, I cannot wait to get to the question and answer, because I've already showed you on 3 levels why the slave trade happened. I've already showed you who was involved, where they went, but no pictures of boats. So I guess I forfeit. No, you know, those slave captains said, hey, man, hey, move some of those rations out. We got to bring some more film, y'all, because we got to take pictures of the boat ride. This is insanity. And I use my time.
All righty. Kung Fu laid the rest of his information down. He was building heavy. Birdie wasn't liking what he was hearing. He was interrupting. We're gonna let Birdie go ahead and do his 2 minute rebuttal. Birdie, what you got to say about what he just now said? Come on, let us hear what you got, bro.
All right. I had to unmute myself. Okay, all right. I don't even feel right over here. Let me get back over here. I don't even want to be on that side. I'm gonna go crazy. I want to be over here. Got the double barrel. I've been blazing this nigga, bro. He is smoked turkey. Let me get to some points while we at it, and it's the rebuttal. The debate ain't over. If you feel this debate over, you can't be paying attention. That nigga ain't did nothing but keep saying, oh, it's clear they got over here because Yoruba, the religion got over here. Nigga, they still stealing Yoruba right now. The niggas taking flights over there charging niggas 20,000 and bringing them back. Come on, man. That's not nothing to do with the slave trade. Y'all thought that just started? Come on, y'all went to talking about Yoruba and voodoo like we, come on, man. Y'all, come on, bro. Y'all got to be serious, bro. But that's what I mean. Y'all done got one track minded. Let's continue what I was saying, but let me throw a few little things there because he tried to be cute. And this can be my rebuttal time and all, because I ain't got nothing to say to him. He ain't talking about nothing. So we talking about this right here. I told y'all at the beginning, since we want to act like everybody done forgot, the first device that could capture and reproduce an image was 1816. We already said that. 1816. Let's go to his cute ass slides. When was this bullshit? 1841. Damn it. Okay. That's 1841. What is that? 20 plus years afterwards? Okay, 20 plus years. And he's saying, why would you be worried about it? Hey, they're at the court. You said they're at court. Let's forget the ship. Okay, let's forget the ship. They're at court. Now everybody that's on this line.
All right, that's it for your rebuttal.
Okay.
Time for your last round. All right, Birdie, you do not want to let him off the hook.
And I'm not. And I'm
gotta
going
try to
straight
burn
into
him, man.
I'm going straight into it.
Okay, all right. Let me know when to start your time.
Let's
He
go.
swung at you heavy,
Let's
so you
go.
gotta
I'm
hit
going
back
straight
at
in.
it. All
I'm
right.
going straight into
Let me
it.
know when you're ready.
I'm going straight into it.
All right. Time starts.
All right. So I hate you cut it off and all that shit. So what I was just describing to him, he was talking about the damn, why he cut me home to goddamn get crazy. But anyway, so all he's talking about is the religion or whatever, that the case with that. Cool. That's your debate now. But we talking about the pictures. That's what I was on. The pictures. Where are the pictures? I want everybody on the live right now. Everybody on the live right now. Google pictures of Amistad. Pictures of images of the court case Amistad. Everybody take the time and find the images. It's cameras already. We still have no proof. It's the same as I'm telling you, if they can say Bernstein Bears or Berenstein Bears. You can't even prove the shit happened. This what we talking about, yellow lines on the paper and people in the crowd, I guess, talking about I'm cooked. How am I cooked? He haven't showed a human being that was transported from Africa to America. He talking about still the Haitian down in Santo Domingo. Come on, man. How far are we talking about on North American soil? Or are we talking about South Americans? What are we honestly even talking about now? We talking about the outskirts, the Virgin Islands. Like, what are we talking about? Y'all done start adding in the goddamn Bermuda, Cancun, and like, what the fuck? We talking about, come on, man. Next we're gonna say the Bermuda Triangle. Yes, I want pictures. We can't say I showed y'all 1816, I'ma start 1841. Why is no one curious to say, damn, bro, do got a point? Damn, ain't no pictures of that shit. Even on the case, they're showing paintings. Come on, bro. How was that a guaranteed fact that they made it there? Bro, that 1816, what are we talking? Bro, we just looked at the, how you gonna say one thing y'all say is accurate off of Google and something I put is wrong? We can't do that in a debate. I'm showing you the dates just like y'all are doing. It was this and what are we doing? You can't take my credibility because it don't fit your narration. We ain't talking about 1500s. We're talking about 1841, the court case that Kung Fu Hebrew brought up. We know you don't got no picture. We done proved that it was cameras. You can't prove it. Y'all just still keep talking about a yellow map. Y'all talking about a yellow map. Against what I'm saying is the same thing as me pulling up the dates when it happened. How is I'm wrong when I'm telling you 1816 to 1841, we still don't have a picture. And I asked, was there any slaves that were brought to America after the French Revolution? That would be, let me show some of his shit. That would be after, even after this. I want to give him some time. Was it any after the Amistad? Was this the last thing of slaves, amount of slaves brought to America? Or no, he's not giving no context. He's not saying that, oh yeah, he was part of this. When, what happened? Was that the end of slavery from Africa? After Amistad? We forgetting about the rough waters, but let my boy finish some of his shit, because y'all, it ain't over yet. I got more. We still going, I'ma still cook you. Let's go.
Cameras, why do we only get drawings of the ships? To prove to you we had cameras during those same times, guess who was coming to America? These people. Oh my God! So let me get this straight. During the same years black people were supposed to be brought over here from Africa, that just so happened to be the same years. Well, it paralleled with some of the same years and spurts that we had great migration of Jewish immigrants.
Look it up.
Come
if it
on,
ain't
folks.
a valid source.
You're
Look it
not
up.
using your head, son. We know this is all bullshit, right?
Look it up. That's the point. Look it up. I done looked it up. Look it up and prove it. Prove it. Look it up. Show me it's wrong. Show me it wasn't no camera. And show me a picture of a man on a slave ship. What are we talking about? Y'all steady talking about you ain't proving nothing. You just talking. You talking just like I'm talking. You ain't proving nothing. You ain't showed not one person. I asked for one African to be proved, and it's not been done. Let's go.
If they was able to have a successful trip the way they tell us in this drawing, that would have been something that the Titanic couldn't even do.
The Titanic couldn't even make this fucking trip. Man, y'all don't know nothing about water, man. You can't know nothing about the water in the oceans, man. Come on, bro. You're not going across the Atlantic Ocean in no goddamn boat.
Little bitty piece of ice stopped the Titanic, and it was still in boats. We're talking about this right here, son. We're talking about a crackhead shack in the South somewhere, nigga. Let me show you what we...
Again, we not making him the source. We opening the eyes with this video. That's it. We're not saying he's God and he knows the law. We're not even talking about that. We only showing facts. And you can pull up the date and show me a boat that didn't have nails in it, that was made in the 15 and 1600s. Show me a boat that was designed amazingly, that was done architecturally. Please show it. We'll have it next week. Send them in to Kung Fu Hebrew. You can send them to him. We'll have an update next week. Take your time. Take your time and get all the evidence y'all can get. I want to see a black man that was transported from Africa to American soil. And I want to see the boats that were created in the time frame of the 1500s or 16th century. I want to see the architecture of the boats. We can't just say random thoughts like we're kids. He had to be showing some evidence of the architecture. This is what I'm telling you. I'm showing what I feel was made, what I feel they was swimming on and trying to raft like this. He said, lowering a sailboat. Come on, man. Come on. What are y'all talking about? What I'm trying. Let's go.
Talking about here, son. Cause some still don't get it. This was the level they was building on when they so-called made the ships that made it through the transatlantic slave.
This is the 16th century architecture. This is the level they was on. What are you can't? We already know the simplicity of building a house right now versus building a boat. Let's be real. We don't even got to be on no bullshit right here. Building a house compared to building a boat. But we ain't gonna get into the motor. Let's go.
Straight in the middle passage. Go and research how rough those waters is and how long that ship would have been tossed around with them rusty little short ass nails, son. Show me.
They would have been tossed around and demolished in 12 weeks on water. I want to get a Navy SEAL or a Navy vet that's been on water for that many months and want to see if you would just make it like it's nothing. Since he downgraded me, Kung Fu Hebrew downplayed it. Or just like 3 months. 3 months chained up with nothing. So now you can survive 3 months without food and water? Possibly? Come on. So they're giving them food. Oh, here y'all go. Oh, I want to give y'all the nicest clothes. Here you go, some good food. And the closest you got out your whole debate was saying they got to Haiti. That's far as they got? Or did they get to like on the side where like Seattle and California was at? Or they just got to Georgia or in Florida? Like, I'm trying to figure it out because you're still not giving a shit.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
One thing I know, you can't show me a picture or shit with no rations on it. You telling me something that they done told you in damn elementary school. You talking about rations. Show me what is a ration. Who had a ration?
All righty, Birdie put it down. He put his information out there. Birdie's feeling real confident. You know, I didn't think Kung Fu Hebrew was going to interrupt you, hit you with a bomb at the end.
Yeah.
But it's that time. And Birdie, I'm going to warn you. Kung Fu been licking his chops for this.
He ain't did nothing.
He about to enter into the 7-minute debate. I mean, question.
That shit
7-minute question answer.
That's now, they're not even being questionable. Him and his people that's following, they're not even open to any question. Oh, well, they told me it was a ration on the plate. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. All right. How we gonna do this? So each one of y'all get to ask a question, and you get a minute to answer. Is that how you want to do it?
Well, I guess normally
I want to go head to head. That's what I want. That's what the people want to see.
I want y'all to talk over each other though, so we can hear.
Right.
We not.
No, it's gonna be 7 minutes where he asked me a question, and then I answer the question, and then once I'm, as he say, I'm satisfied with the answer, I stop talking.
And you can ask me one next. Ohio.
Right. No, it's gonna be you get a full 7 minutes, I get a 7 minutes, so that way you can ask all your questions. This is where you build your case.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So we go head to head, but you're gonna be in question mode for 7 minutes, answering questions. I'm gonna be in question mode for 7 minutes. So how do you want to do? Because do you want me to be answering first, or do you want me to ask questions first?
I want you to answer first, because first of all, I want to start off with saying your information was trash, just like she said mine was trash. Your crew. So I want to say that.
All right, go ahead and start.
7 minutes.
Start your time.
Oh, y'all didn't want me to jump on the light. Okay, cool. I've been interrupting the whole time. We know that because he's throwing out basura. Fucking rhetoric that means nothing. So once again, I'm going to ask you, were there any slaves? Y'all can take your time and look it up, but you say I only have 7 minutes. You can get your crew of women over there to help you. Were there any more slaves being brought from Africa to America after Amistad? Yes or no?
Yes.
Were there cameras? Did we establish somewhat? Were there cameras developed during the times of Amistad?
You do understand that the development of cameras.
No. Hold on. Let's stop deflecting for a minute. Let's just keep this on a yes and no basis.
Oh, you just want yes and no? No problem.
Yeah, for right now. I mean, no, you can elaborate, but let's not skip over the yes and no's.
Based on the slide you put up, yes, there were cameras, but they weren't widely used. But go ahead.
Okay. Well, you can't touch me, Birdie. I know we're touching. Don't tempt me with a good time now. But yeah. So anyway. So here we. So check this out. We know you want me to talk to the fans. They're shooting everything, trying to help you out of this. We know that. It's nothing. Juju, don't do that, Juju. Fall back. Yeah. I get crazy. No, talk. But anyway, yeah. So let's get to it. Okay. All right. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with y'all, and we know this. It's not taking no hard thoughts or nothing. This is so easy. Again, the cameras should have been at Amistad. What is the reasoning there was no photos at a nationwide event you just showed and proved to us?
Oh, you're asking a question?
Yes, I'm asking a question. Why was there no cameras at this major event that you brought up like it was something amazing to the world that they keep painting pictures of?
Yeah, I have no idea. We don't have any pictures of all of those Native American wars, so I guess those didn't happen either. But they saying they got pictures of Andrew Jackson fighting Native Americans, but I guess that didn't happen.
Do they have the pictures?
The Trail of Tears, no pictures, because nobody just had a camera ready.
What
So
year was this? What year? I'm asking regular questions. If y'all are gonna tell me you died, if y'all are die by your rhetoric, you don't even know the years of these things. I presented all these years. Y'all was ready to say, "Oh, when the camera," and they're like, "Oh shit, it is." Oh, well,
there were photos in the Civil War. If I can still answer, there were photos in the Civil War. We have plenty of evidence of that.
They can throw tomatoes. I have my judge on my side. He has his judge. All he been showing is what I could have been showed and put up there, saying a map pointing to, oh, this is the way they went. Bro, what is that to say? Oh, it's a guarantee they got to America. Where? I'm asking where? And I'm asking where is the proof? And you're telling me you don't have to have any proof, and your fans are throwing tomatoes with no proof again. So where is the proof of one African American or African Congolian getting to America? Where is that?
If the only proof that is sufficient for you is a photo, it's going to be not many. But go ahead.
So what's sufficient proof for you?
I need something more than a photo, since you asked me.
No. You don't have a photo. Let's get that right. You don't have one. So we know that. So what is sufficient for you when you don't have a photo and there were cameras made?
Yeah, I mean, I go by first-hand sources, first-hand accounts. I'm definitely going to trust the Supreme Court records that show a case. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, this is, I don't know what we're doing. Go ahead.
So what are we saying? That the police don't lie?
Yes, the police lie.
So why are we so convinced about what the court system do? This is my whole point. The courts will lie about anything for their narrative, for the like to say independence. We gotta lie about this. Okay, let's sign this. Like they've done that and been caught. Do we know this? So what I'm saying is, why is it so far-fetched? Oh shit. Hold on. Whoa.
2 minutes.
Hey, we'll pause him. And remember, he got 2 minutes, but I guess while he's trying to get his internet together, man. Shout out to everybody tuning in. We're gonna take a quick little commercial break. Man, y'all know the worst podcast, and this debate is brought. Yeah, this debate is brought to you by Southern Fusion Bistro. So man, if y'all ever in the Atlanta area, man, y'all go check out my cousin's restaurant out there off Noah's Ark Road in Jonesboro, Georgia. All right. Apparently, my brother still hasn't made it back. So once again, let me go ahead and pay some more bills out here, man. You know, regardless of whether you win and lose in the debate, man, you want to look good, smell good. You want your hair to be nice and moisturized, and your beard to be nice, and you know what I mean, nice as whatever. You know, you want to be smelling good around your girl or whatnot. Ladies, you want to smell real good around your man out there. So if you're looking for some good body butter, some body oils, some good perfumes and things like that, you can check out my boy Carl Gas Creations, where hopefully, you know, we'll see Mr. Birdie by the time this one is over with.
The worst, huh?
Instrumental style.
Man, you know we back, man. They try to stop the best at it, man. They try to stop the best thing going, man. I don't even know what happened. I didn't get my 2 minutes, but just
No,
let me
you
get
got
this
2
out.
minutes left. You got 2 minutes left.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, my boy. Let me put my boy post up here, because that's what I'm saying. It will show you biased. It will show you bias from people.
All right, I'm gonna start your 2 minutes, Birdie.
Yeah, crank it up. But
Right,
this
go
will
ahead.
show you bias from people, and that's what I knew it would be. I know this. I do this all day, every day on social media. I hit a trigger, and then the bias come out. I knew it. Come on, man. Let's go. Never said it didn't happen. Come on, this shit still happens to this day. Thank you. I said that earlier. I said we still enslaved today. I said that at the beginning. But anyway, to this day, people are getting moved around without consent. Hide the Pope. Come on, that's common sense. Right now, one of their jobs say, get your ass over in Houston right now. Move all your shit or lose the job. They going. That's a slave. Come on, what are we talking about here? I know that part. I'm not debating the slavery part. I said Africans get into America. Show me an African body that made it to Africa through the blazing, raging rivers and oceans of the Atlantic Ocean. I didn't say about slavery. We already said they went to Portugal. We went to Spain, Britain. These places are not located in North America. Come on, what are we talking about? We're talking like we the girls on the Instagram reels that's saying names to 2 countries. Africa and North America. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? That's not a country. This is what we talking about here. If you can't prove a man, they can't even prove it to you. This is what I'm saying. I know y'all can't prove it to me. I came here to tell you. You're not going to be able to show me any picture, bro, or nothing to show evidence of a black man from Africa stepping foot out of Africa by chain over here. Yes, they got stories. They got stories of Jesus when people are saying that's fake.
Time. All right. All right, so Birdie, you on the hot seat now. Kung Fu is smiling. He look like
I'm waiting on him. He ain't got shit.
He look like he got a plate of food.
He ain't got shit.
All right, so Hebrew, I'm gonna start your time. Go ahead and question away, my brother.
Yeah. All right. Since you say there's no proof, right?
No.
Got you. So how did black people get to this side of the continent of the earth?
Bro, this is what I'm telling you. If you want to debate this part, you need to go research and bring this evidence. Because
I'm satisfied with that answer. If you don't have an answer, that's fine. I'm satisfied.
No, I got an answer. I got a piece of answer, but if you don't want it,
I'll wait. I'll wait. Go ahead.
Okay, so check this out. I already brought this up earlier. I said the thing is, if you don't have that real Negroid feature of an African, they're really not saying it, especially my complexion. A little darker. They're not saying you come from
I'm satisfied with that answer. I'm satisfied with that answer.
Not an African.
So, so-called black Americans, we were already here.
I'm not an African, bro. I done told you I'm not an African.
I'm just asking questions. Black people were already here. For how long? Were the first people of like the first human beings?
They were here during the slave trade.
But before the slave trade,
they were here.
They've been here for thousands of years.
I'm not saying Africans. I'm saying
no. I'm saying like
in general.
I'm saying black people, like the America is black people's home. They were already here, right?
Do we need to Google this?
Yeah. No, so do you have any pictures of those Africans from the 1500s that were already here before Colombia?
I didn't say Africans. I did not say Africans.
I didn't say. I'm asking you about the Americans, the black Americans that were here in the 1500s. You said you agreed with Brother Sanchez, who said there was a camera. Do you have pictures of those Africans from the 1500s?
None of us have the pictures.
Okay.
So
you have pictures of those Africans from after the camera was invented in that 1800s, where you said.
I'm waiting on you to show me some pictures.
No, I've already showed how they came here, and I've already given you an example. Wait, no, talk about this is my question to answer.
What you saying?
Wait, hold on. I'm
Listen, why are
satisfied
you
with
not
that
asking-
answer.
Why are you not
satisfied with
asking
that answer,
yourself this
sir?
question?
Because this is my question to answer round. You want to
But
still
I'm
debate. I'm done
asking,
with the debate.
why did you not
Wait, hold on.
ask
Time out. Time out. This is
yourself?
my question to answer.
Hey,
No,
Birdie, you can't make an argument. You just got to answer the question.
you gotta answer the
go
question.
ahead, go ahead.
So we said, if you want to say in 1865, when the camera was invented, where are the pictures of those native Black Americans?
We can both pull up Google right now, like you said, and put
No,
it
I'm
out
asking
there.
you,
I
are there?
didn't search. I did not search. I searched.
Have you seen them?
Slaves.
Have you seen them?
Slaves.
Right, but you're saying they was already here, so that's just why I want to try to figure who was working.
I searched slaves.
Right.
My debate is that no Africans can be proven to been here. I'm not debating that.
How do you explain all the Africans in Brazil?
Brazil is not North America.
It's a continent. It's a continuous continent. The debate was
Well,
not. Wait, look at the title. What does the title say? I want you to read the title. Can you read the title, please?
Now we're going to the bottom of South America.
I want to ask you, can you read the
islands
title?
connecting islands. Oh,
I want to ask you, can you read the title? Can you read the title? Yes or no?
Which one is it?
I'm asking a question. Can you read the title? Yes or no? Okay, no. Okay. All right, you can't read the title. No problem. But everybody in the audience, I want y'all to read what the title says. It doesn't say, did slaves come to North America? What does it say? All right, so I just want you to keep that in mind.
What does it say? Inform me.
No, you already had your question to answer around. You should have asked me.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. So once again, where did all these Africans come that are located in the Caribbean? Or do you
Where
say that's
are they? What year did they come? What are we?
No,
you're telling me things that I have still not seen any proof of. I don't see any proof. I'm asking you to give me the proof. You should have bought film of all the Africans in Brazil. You should have bought footage of
I should have
all
brought
the Africans.
film. Wait, hold on. So I just want to ask a question. So I should have brought film which didn't exist during the transatlantic slave trade. I should have brought film of them getting off the boat, is what you said. That's the only.
It existed with Amistad.
Right, but you still got to understand. Well,
where is the first?
Wait, hold on. You can't ask me no questions. This is my point. So you said the camera was built or created whenever it was in the 1800s. What was the first? Where's the first photograph? What was taken? What was the picture of?
Help me get you out of what you done got into, because you need to ask some questions that I can help you with.
I'm gonna ask the question. What was the first picture of? Based on that camera that you gave.
I thought we were gonna make it cool and you were gonna pull up Google and all this, because I was prepared to show you and make you pull up those damn
questions.
I was gonna make you pull up them damn slaves. I know.
I'm waiting for questions.
This is not nothing to do with the slave trade.
Do you know the picture of the first camera? Because you brought up cameras, because that's the only thing you accept as evidence.
What is the first ever picture? Is that what that had nothing to do
that's
with?
Great. And also get a year. What year was the first picture? There you go. And I guarantee you it's not gonna be 1500, but continue.
18. We already said that. 16. We already said that.
What was that? What was the photograph of? Can you pull it up on the screen?
Damn. From the window of Lee Grasse.
Lee Grasse. Where is Lee Grasse located?
A French inventor and photographer. The image depicts a view of landscape outside of Nefertiti's window at his estates in La Grasse. That's all we got.
Do you have an example of that picture?
Yeah, they got one. Yeah, they got an example.
Okay,
What that's
on the
gonna
screen?
do? What's that gonna prove?
I just want to see what a photograph look. I want the audience to be educated to see what the first photograph looked. And then my final question is, do you think it would be reasonable to ask the inventor of the photograph to be on a slave ship? Is that a reasonable request?
We just said Amistad. Why you keep skipping over Amistad?
It's my question. That's why I'm asking the question. You're saying the camera was invented. You're talking about the first photo. So I'm saying, shouldn't the first photographers have said, hey, I want to go on a slave ship. That's what I want to do.
I thought it wasn't a camera.
I'm only using the evidence. I'm using your evidence asking questions.
Is you telling me anything about the slave trade?
Once again, you asking me questions. I need answers. Do you have that picture pulled up? Can you put the picture on the screen? I'll let you share your screen. Go ahead. Let's see that first picture ever. Let's see what it looked like.
It should be some black humans. It wasn't them no black humans.
Go ahead.
This we know.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry.
It's time. I don't think Birdie, you got a photo you want to show us?
All
right.
I do, but I don't know what the hell it.
Let's get into our 5-minute conclusions. All right. So at this point, hey man, this is an excellent debate from you two guys, man. Y'all put in y'all work. We'll leave it to the judges in a minute, but right now, each one of you guys have 5 minutes. Oh, let me set my time for 5 minutes. Your 5-minute conclusion, your closing statement. Be wise with it. The audience is listening, and they forming an opinion on what just took place. So don't waste your time with your 5 minutes. All right. All right, Hebrew, it's gonna be on you first, my brother.
You want me to go first? Even though I start, no problem. All right, cool.
Okay, Birdie, you want to?
What's the situation? What's this 5 minutes to do? A closing argument?
This your closing statement. You gonna go?
Yeah, I'll go first. I'll go first, man.
Okay, all right. Birdie's gonna go first. All right, time starting.
All right, as we displayed, y'all, we just gonna keep it simple and plain, man. What else could I play? It showed you the best thing ever. We wanted to get to what type of ships were built in the 1500s and the 1600s. We didn't get to that. We got sailboats. This is what this guy's been putting up over here. Sailboats. This is what he pulled up. Sailboats. Think of this. He tried to sneak and put these up on the chat, y'all. Sailboats. This is what he thinks has carried people from villages. This is the intricate design of a 1500 sailboat, he says. And I want y'all right now to go in the Atlantic Ocean with a sailboat. And I want to see how you get over here in 8 weeks from Africa. I'm begging y'all right now to go with a sailboat. A sailboat. Caravels. Okay, we can get fancy. A luxurious sailboat. Sailboat. A boat. The sailboat. Okay, so that's what we'll call it, the sailboat. Let me put that back up there, the sailboat. This is the sailboat that held 12 million African American slaves. Now, African slaves, not African American. And it blew. The wind blew it all the way to America in 8 weeks. Damn, that's amazing. That is amazing. That is amazing. Motorboat. When was the sail motorboat invented? We got to get to these things. This is what your people are saying. It was a sail ship motorboat. Man, guys. Think of that, jury and judges. It was a sail ship motorboat in the 1500s. Think of that. With great bay and space and luggage space and ports and cargo space, you know, just all that shit. Okay, but back to the bootay. So back to the bootay. This is the other one he tried to show. The bootay. Okay. These don't have any motors, I don't think. Let's see. Nope.
2 minutes.
Nope. We're just getting to the facts. I have nothing else to show. He cannot show y'all guys. And let me say that this is what this thing's about. It's like a jury trial. It's presenting reasonable doubt. If your only proof is to say, hey, they got Yorubas over there, so I know you came over there. I seen this African in Brazil. When? What date? What year? When are we talking about? Yeah, it was cameras, and it was at the the cameras was at the Amistad, but they didn't take no pictures. They didn't want to use it. It was the biggest case in the world, but they didn't care about it. Wow, that's amazing. When did cameras become important at all? What are you painting for if it was pictures meant nothing? Why did they even invent a camera? Yeah, that is something slow. That's slow to think. Why would they invent a camera? And I said, let's go get on a sailboat right now in 2024, August the 5th, Monday morning. Let's go get on a sailboat, guys, and see, can we make it from Africa to America? I want everybody on the panel to test this theory. Go ask a Navy SEAL, a naval crew, can they make it from on a sailboat, a sailboat when it's motorized, to America on the raging ocean? I rest my case.
You got 10 seconds. Time. All righty. Birdie said he ain't getting on no bootay. He said, forget that. All right. Birdie having fun. Hey, Birdie. Look, man, you got the people gonna judge you, man. You letting Kung Fu off the hook. Okay, he confident. He's confident. All right, Kung Fu, give us your closing statements. You got 5 minutes, my brother.
All right, no problem. See, this is the reason why, if you look at the title, it says the Grandmaster of Logic. Because once again, me being the Kung Fu Hebrew, I have to be able to adjust to multiple styles. So no problem. If that my opponent wants these different types of things, that's what I'm about to come with. But I want everybody to understand, I gave you the sources, I gave you the reasons behind it. I showed you where they went, how many went there. I showed you the transfer of culture and religion. I showed you a slave revolt that showed the formation of a country you know exists right now. Got plenty of pictures in Haiti right now, but don't worry about how they got started. Don't worry about none of that. Don't worry about it. They was already, I guess, in Haiti at the time. Don't worry about it. I showed you about the Amistad, but since there ain't no pictures of the trial, no worries. No worries whatsoever. So let me go ahead and do as my opponent does. I'll give you what you asked for. Here is a picture of a boat. Here's a picture of another boat that could be powered by wind. Here's those pictures of all those boats that y'all been asking for. You ask for boats, I'll give you boats. Here you go. There's another picture of a boat. I hope that is evidence for you because you said there were no pictures. So there's a picture of a boat. So now I've even done that. What'd you say? There's no pictures of no black people on no boat. Well,
what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
This ain't no round. We can do interruptions, pimping. Sorry. This is the conclusion. We didn't, just like we didn't have none in the introduction. That's how we. Here's a black dude on a boat. Here we go. There's an African on a boat. There you go. There's another one. Look at this guy. Here's another African potential slave. Maybe he just decided to put clothes on, but y'all asked for Africans, black people on boats. Here you go. Here's another black person on a boat and another black person on the boat. There you go. And while I still got time, he said there are no pictures. So allow me to share my screen. And like he's done in the first couple of rounds, like I said, this is why they call me the Kung Fu Hebrew, because I adjust to what I'm seeing. Here's some ships from a movie called Pirates of the Caribbean. There's your proof that they had ships that used wind because it was in a movie. And if you believe the stuff that he's been saying the whole time, then they will say, what, art imitates reality. So because it was in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, it obviously meant they must have had
what year was that?
But once again,
no,
when you get interrupted, like I said, you can just feel the weight of the L. It's just, whoo, it is just ridiculous. But he wanted some pictures of slaves on Google. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. You want pictures of slaves. Here you go. There we go. Don't call slaves immigrants. Well, they're saying these were slaves. That's a picture. Let's see if we can find any other picture. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? treatment of slaves in the United. There's a picture of somebody that got
The
some
picture not
lashes.
changing, Kung Fu. Are you trying to
We
show?
don't see the picture. We don't see the picture.
Oh, apologies. Let me see what am I sharing. My bad. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me stop sharing and let me just reshare. I appreciate that. Because, yeah, this is going to be the final nail in the coffin with the picture, since this is the only evidence we go by these days. Here you go. Y'all see that? Picture of a slave. This is Google. This ain't the AI pictures I just made. This is Google pictures of slaves. There we go. There's a picture of a slave. Let's see if we can find anything. Oh man, looks like another one. You see that chain around his foot? Ladies and gentlemen, it's looking like the nail is in the coffin.
On a boat.
There it is.
Birdie, you the worst.
The interruption again, because he knows the L is coming. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. Slavery in America, while myths and misconceptions persist. There goes some slaves. Allegedly, you wanted pictures. What did I type in Google? Pictures of slaves. So because it's on Google, it's got to be correct. Let's see if we can find some. Picking cotton. Slaves. There we go. Let's see what else we got over here, man, since we just want lookership. Because like I said, I won this debate in the first round when I explained what we were debating. And the bottom line was, ladies and gentlemen, the name of this debate is Epic Debate. DatboiByrdie versus Kung Fu Hebrew on the Transatlantic slave trade. The key point was, did it happen? Trans, I already explained what that means. Across, I already explained where the Atlantic Ocean is. So if I was able to demonstrate that people went across an ocean as slaves, that I did with the Amistad, it's over.
Time. Great job, my brothers. Great job, my
That was terrible. That was terrible.
Now we're gonna bring the judges. I guess we gotta bring the judges up to tell us, what they felt about this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
we
so
gotta bring the judges up, man.
Fetty Kalunga is still in the building, man. Go ahead and
step my boy Decatur Jones, man. I know you still in the building, boy. You in the building? Is you in the building?
I'm still in the building, man.
Okay, man. Yeah. We just giving his little people some time to pull up, man. And yeah, that ain't no thing.
While we giving him time to pull up, man, let's go ahead and do this, man. Let's go ahead and get them likes up so y'all know what video it's time for, man. While we waiting on my dog Fetty to get up here, it's time to go ahead and play the video. Y'all get the likes up.
Subscribe, nigga.
Right, man.
Joel was like, "Oh hell no, I gotta get off this shit."
And shout out, my dog, Fetty Kalunga in the building. All right, so Decatur Jones, you already unmuted, so you can go ahead and whatever you want to say, however you want to describe it, and then let us know how you vote.
Well, I'd like to start by saying both of you guys, brought out some goddamn, the real punches. You know what I'm saying? I seen where y'all were coming from. Hebrew, you had some good points. You know what I'm saying? Can't knock it, like it's an unbiased judgment. You know what I'm saying? Coming from over here. You did say about far as in Haiti and things of that nature. And yes, it was definitely slaves. You know what I'm saying? And how they actually, you know what I'm saying, like was brought and those things of that nature. I really can't say. You know what I'm saying? I'm really still confused on the whole nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, far as how I look at it. You know, far as my opinion of for both sides of what I've seen, I'm still confused about the whole situation because I have my own opinions. But I definitely did see some of your points. I can go for that. Birdie, I definitely seen some of your facts too, cause if they had cameras and shit and during the homicide, you would think somebody would have snapped at least one picture of the courtroom. Like that would have been the most valid point. They might wouldn't have caught him on the ship, but the courtroom, all of that being documented to a certain, higher extent
Right.
or whatever, that would have been documented in some form or fashion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And with a camera, especially since an invention of that magnitude,
Yes,
you know
yes,
what I'm saying? Like
yes,
that
yes.
would have been used.
I
Um,
concur.
all in all, this is a tough one. Like, this is a real tough one.
Am I allowed to ask a question?
The debate is over.
Yeah,
No, I
man.
just want to ask
I'm,
one question.
You can
I
ask
mean,
a question after
it's
they
not
get their
gonna deter.
points, and then after it's judged, then like you say, we can do the after party
I
after that.
think this is a crucial question needed.
No, you
Wait,
trying to
but
sway the
you
judges,
already,
man. You
hey,
can't
Nah,
do
we
that.
already
it's
two
not gonna.
hours
I
in.
mean, it's not
Yeah,
gonna deter me. It's not
right.
gonna
But what I'm
deter
saying
me.
is,
No,
we
I'll wait.
yeah, we already 2 hours in, so we gonna let the judges do
Okay.
their thing,
All
and then
right.
after that, like I said, we can go to the after party. We can take questions from the crowd. We can do all of
All
it. So
right, let's go.
And I mean, does this have to come down to like an absolute like one side or the other?
It's gonna be hard to be.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta pick a winner. You gotta say who you think presented the best argument.
Who presented the best argument to me with all the facts being said and what I've seen and the reasonable doubt? I'm gonna have to go with Birdie because of the reasonable doubt. And then,
All
like
right.
you say, like that to me is because it's just like if you're being judged, then if you form that reasonable doubt, then I got to come and question like, give me more. If you give me some more, then I can goddamn be like, hey, you might was right now because I'm right on the edge now. I'm right on the edge of saying I want the goddamn side with the Hebrew.
He needed a few more slides, man. He needed
Yeah,
a few more
but
slides.
he gave me reasonable doubt though.
All right. You got anything else, Mr. Decatur Jones? So that is a 1-0. Anything else
Hey
you want to
man,
add?
hey man, this was great, man. This was great for I'm pretty sure for y'all viewers, man. Hey, it need to be plenty more of this, maybe like at the end of y'all original part, when y'all do y'all regular stuff, man. Hey man, come in the debate about some of the stuff y'all viewed throughout the show.
No
Definitely
doubt.
want to get more viewers on the screen with us, man. So everybody, because a bunch of people got different opinions, and we fair to them. We like the popcorn and
I'm pretty
tomato
sure they
throwing in the
enjoyed
cloud.
this.
No doubt. No doubt. All right, cool. Fetty Kalunga. I hope I said your name. Did I say it right? This Fetty.
Peace. What's going on with y'all? What's
Hey,
going
how
on?
you doing, brother? Yeah, go ahead
Yeah,
and
that
give
was a
your summary and whatnot. I'm sorry.
that was a dope debate. Very entertaining. On both sides. Both of y'all had me tripping. You know what I mean? While y'all was trying to break down y'all points. I made my decision based off a certain criteria. You feel me? First off, the first one was like, how you structure your argument. For the brother Kung Fu Hebrew, I see that he came out and he established, the who and why, you know what I mean, which I think was very important. And I think you, brother Birdie, I think when you brought up the Mandela effect, I think that kind of went off of the actual topic at hand because if you want to establish reasonable doubt, then we would have to go to things like sources, and I think Kung Fu Hebrew did that in his slides to where somebody can go back and look on it. And also I was looking at the information that supported each of y'all stances. Right now, again, Kung Fu Hebrew, he established again certain things dealing with the Portuguese, just how it was established, right? And with you brought up Brother Sanchez. I mean, I got my personal opinions on Brother Sanchez, but I tried not to bring it here.
Right.
I mean, look, I tried not to, but I'm like,
I
okay.
didn't want him to be the source, like I told you. We
I
just
mean?
saying the point of view. If a person is saying it's a slave that came from African grounds to this one, you need to show one without just saying, oh, the white man put it in Google, so I know he got here. That's
No
our
doubt, no
biggest
doubt.
debate. That's our
No
biggest
doubt.
debate.
And with the, because I remember you saying that, you're not here to prove anything really. You're just here to establish reasonable doubt. Now, the
Yes.
reasonable doubt consisted of, Brother Sanchez talking about cameras and things of that nature. And I
Yes.
think we kind of nipped that in the bud in the 1500s. Niggas weren't walking around with cameras. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the tools of that nature didn't exist. Now, if you're talking about Amistad, even though the first quote unquote picture was taken before Amistad, which can prove that cameras existed, right? I still didn't get any information or proof to show that the camera was used on a wide distributed basis by the masses, and I couldn't see the type of, improvement or refinement that these quote unquote pictures would have had. So for real, my one of my main reasons why I voted the way I did was because the argument of when y'all brought up okay, if there's no pictures, right, of no slaves coming here to the Americas, how come it ain't no pictures? The fact that there's no pictures of quote unquote indigenous Black Americans in the 1500s says a lot. You know what I mean? So I think my vote based on, what I just broke down, I'll give it to Kung Fu Hebrew.
All right,
Great,
so
great.
it is 1-1, which means it has to go to our moderator, Brother Joel, who is
You're gonna put all the pressure on me.
Yeah.
Who has been here the whole time.
Okay. It's a tie. No.
Hold on, real quick, because I don't know these brothers.
Let me say.
Hold on, real quick before you do that, Brother Joel. Once again, I want to thank these brothers, Fetty Kalunga and Decatur Jones. So, first of all, drop y'all cash out into the private chat. Please. I want to, hook y'all up with a little something. And then I want to thank y'all for taking the time. But like I said, if you got something else to do, you know what I mean, you can hang around. Like I said, we're going to do an after party. We can take some questions from the audience or whatnot after this. But I just want to thank y'all because once again, it's Friday night. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all sitting here judging a debate. So I do appreciate it. And you got anything to say, Birdie, before Joel gives his final word?
Oh yeah, I just want to thank y'all for pulling up too, man. Cause like I say, we knew where this was going. We know how it was gonna play out on this end of his evidence, my evidence. I knew some of his punches. He knew some of mine. That leads to a great debate. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna be anybody with any concrete evidence to say this happened or it didn't. Same as we still living on faith right to this day for the Savior Jesus Christ. Or if it's Allah to you, or if it's Buddha to him, or if it's, and the list goes on and on. So a lot of these things are by faith. So, we just got to hope today. And the Mandela effect, I just want to put this out here. It was only to prove about history. Just like they knocked down cities and towns back in the past and made it like they were never created. Nobody knows. That's why they changed the structures of where the buildings were placed. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get into that another time.
Okay. All right. So, all right, y'all gonna leave it to me. All right. So this was pretty good. I enjoyed this. I thought that, Birdie stuck to his premise, which was, Birdie wants a physical eye, like I can look and see about the event taking place. So he wanted pictures, and I get that, because a lot of things are counterintuitive, and so we kind of want like solid proof of things. I think Birdie, I think you would have had a stronger case if you could have pulled out some things that kind of shot down the idea that that people actually came from another area to here. I think if you would have did that to go along with, because you got it, like that's kind of rock solid. If you're saying, we need some like real solid evidence in the form of, something that we
getting them from Africa to America, not the slave trade. Because I was telling the Europeans, we already said they went to Portugal, Spain,
right? Yeah,
Denmark.
we got.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah,
that's where they came from. But so if you could have added something to it to kind of solidify it and not just hang on that, I think it would have been better. For Kung Fu, I thought he did really, really good, right? Because he kind of established, hey, look, there's a reason why they did this. We can tell who did it. He gave us dates. He said, this is where they came from. You know, I think he kind of got you in a headlock when he did the, you know, he showed the map of where they went. And then hold on, let me think about what I'm going to say. Wait a minute, think about what I'm going to say. He showed the map. He talked about where they went. And then he said, notice these people in this area speak the language, not their own native language, but the language of the one who captured them and took them there. That's a pretty strong point. You know, and then he also pointed out like the actual case that took place in America where, you know, the slaves revolted, you know, they handed them capturers their butt, and then that, you know, the government had to make a decision what
were
to do.
Those specified slaves guaranteed from Africa?
Well, they sent them back to Sierra Leone. So I mean, I would. That's Africa.
I mean, I'm saying if they're gonna say they sent them back, if that's the theory, and where was this at though? Where did that take place? Y'all said where was the Amistad case took place at?
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's taking place here, and you always got to be ready for this one. And this is something Hebrew asked you this. He said, okay, so let's say that what I'm saying is not taking place. The people who were here, how did they get here? Where did they come from? Who are they? And the next time that come your way, you gotta have a solid answer for that. You can't just let people.
I'm saying the thing is, who's saying right to this date that this is all African men? Like, that's not what we get from US. We don't get African men.
So then it's left on you. It's left on you to have that answer. You got to be able.
I'm saying, but I did give an answer because we already said when did the Pilgrims? When did we already put that out there? But y'all aren't looking at and you're right. It could have been a solid answer for me, but I'm saying I said what was the dates of the Pilgrims? He's throwing me questions of shit.
No, 1620. Go ahead.
So what are we talking
hold
about?
on, guys. Wait a minute. Forget them dates and all that. It doesn't make a difference. If he hits you with a question like that, see, you would have slaughtered him if you would have had an answer for that question.
My answer is already that it was Native Americans, but he's saying, oh, it's a picture. If we're gonna say that, then you can't say your shit is true. That's my point. I was waiting on him to say a picture. That's what y'all are looking like. Oh, you want because he said a picture. I know. That's what I've been saying the whole time, and I get no respect.
I don't think
you understand a picture the whole time.
So for I hope the audience and the judges understand what I'm asking Birdie. Birdie he in self-defense mode.
No, I'm trying to show you what the pseudo killer said. Oh, it's all about a picture. Now you talking about it's a picture. That's my point.
Birdie is. Birdie know where this decision going. So my vote is to come for. I think he got you. Yeah, I gotta give it to him because you
that's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, so there you go. I thought it was good, man. Y'all might have to do a round two.
Hey, real quick.
Birdie, go ahead. Birdie, you gotta have the answer to that question.
I want to know my answer. I want him, if he's the prover, why didn't he have a picture of proof what I was saying?
No, that's
he
what
didn't prove nothing.
Listen to me, Birdie.
I can't listen. Let me say one thing too. Hold on, one thing, and you can goddamn go with it. I came into this debate with my first 10 minutes or 5 that he didn't do this. I came in and said Prince Henry did this, so he had to start going to the details. I the one gave it. He didn't school me. He didn't school it. I said they went from Portugal, the first person ever to do it. Then it was Captain John Hopkins. He did not say these things, but his word is, he showed the route. They don't know the route, the triangle. But the point is, we can't solidify it. No one can make it all the way over there on a boat laid down when it's Navy veterans that can't do that to this day.
All right, I want you to understand me, though. Just listen to me, Birdie. Just listen. You
Oh, we're in the after party, so hold on real quick.
Oh,
so
okay,
if y'all
go
want to
ahead.
join, like I said, the link is in there.
After
We can
party,
go.
man.
Yeah, he can debate it now, but for everybody that's been watching, just for record, I would like to thank my opponent for being, like I said, a good sport. That's still my dog. We're gonna be back next week. But shout out to him, man. He did it. Like I said, he did exactly what I thought he was gonna do. And I would just like to say, y'all saw where my hands were the whole time, so I didn't adjust none of them slides. They was already pre-made before the show started. But continue.
So look, Birdie, you gotta remember now. You gotta remember when okay, so you made your case with the camera. That's you got.
But I'm saying you said that I have nothing to do with the facts of history.
Let me get it out. When he asked you, okay, let's say none of this. We ain't got no cameras.
He wouldn't let me say nothing. I'm good. I'm good with the answer.
Let me get it out. He said to you, okay, so then who in the world was here? And how the heck they get here? You gotta have an answer for that, dude. You just got to.
But listen, okay,
if you don't have an answer for that, you giving the ball back to him.
No, but this is what I'm trying to tell you. Hold on. With that said, who was here? Now we're trying to act like the Africans populated the earth or something. What are we talking?
No, you got to answer. You got to say who it is.
But what I'm saying is, my debate is that Africans did not make it to America at all. If they do, I want to show one that got here. That's all. I'm not saying it. Well, I'm going to show you the race that was here. I don't know. I can't give you the solid race because none of us can. If it was no pictures. You just said then he telling me that it wasn't no Native American. Man, come on, we been knew that. The Pilgrims. But if you said, well, they're not black, bro. The debate online.
But based on what you said, how we know the Pilgrims? They ain't have no picture of the Pilgrims either, so they fake too. Everything is fake. That don't have a picture.
Established that. That's what I said.
But that was a bad argument because everything was based on a picture. That was the bad argument.
No. I'm saying is that I'm still sticking on the picture. I'm not changing it because you saying that. But what I'm saying is you're discrediting all of my shit based on, where's the picture of the people who were here? I don't got it. Just like you don't. So your shit sound incredible to me. That's my point.
Move to the next thing if you don't have a picture.
That's what I'm saying. You stuck to
what
the
I said.
like,
we're still gonna go off of their word. We don't even know if a pilgrim came except what they told. We get that. The same time they said Christopher Columbus saw the ocean blue in 1492 and changed it. And took it out.
You got hold up, Birdie. You gotta admit when he hit you with the language and he hit you with the religion too.
No, I responded to the religion. I responded to the religion and I told you, bro, I fuck with people who do this for years. It was a whole big situation because the whites been going over there intercepting and paying crazy priests to do the shit, to learn it.
Practicing this stuff about 18.
I'm talking about they were going. We already know that Prince Henry and them went over to Africa. We're not knocking that. When they went there, they're learning the languages and the religion. That's already from. They've been trying to jug. We get that. They got slaves from other Africans. We already get that. I never said that didn't happen. We just only talking about getting to American soil. Y'all keep mixing things up. The white folks already had learned the religions when they was over there.
So you saying
like,
hold up. Juju is from the South. Juju can speak on.
I'm from the South.
African religious practices in the South. But let her come off with me. Juju, don't they got
bring up.
Don't they got some African religion practices down in the South?
Yes. This shit new.
But how did it get here?
Bro, because the white men were over there. I'm telling you, it was
white
man brought the Yoruba.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes. They've been what I'm telling you. Listen. I'm not even tripping if he bought it the first time. I'm not going into that. I can't solidify my answer. I'm telling you, amongst Yoruba and all of they niggas who participate now, it was a big situation. I'm talking about for years, man.
How long?
But I'm not talking about, I'm not putting it in connection. I'm talking about it's been a big thing about them exploiting the religions and bringing it back, mixing it with Santeria. I know
Now-
about this stuff too.
I'm talking about now when they got flights and airplanes. That's different. I'm talking about when it
No,
was just
I
boats.
know that, but what I'm saying, if they was already going over there anyway.
I'm talking about when it was just boats. But that's what I'm saying, when it was just boats.
Bro, they've been stealing the religions from the get-go. What are we talking about? That's when they start trying.
So do you have any source that says Prince Henry the Navigator brought the Yoruba religion to the Americas?
Hell no, he didn't bring it. I said he could. They were stealing it.
Okay, so he stole it and then brought it to the Americas.
No, I don't. I can't say. I can't say. We talking about a lot of years.
But do you have a source that said Prince Henry stole it?
Do you have a source that's saying that one particular group came on a boat that got here and made it get here?
I already showed you the Amistad. They came over here crashing them back.
And they bought Yoruba?
No, I didn't say that. I'm asking how to.
It's called Ifa.
Man, I know Ifa Yoruba. My people been
They
doing
don't
it for
call
over
it
20
Yoruba.
years. What are we talking
Yoruba.
about?
And you would have the answer to places like Congo Square in Louisiana, which they now call Louis Armstrong Park.
I know about this.
And it wasn't no white man teaching no black people, black Africans, the African religion. That don't even make logical
I'm talking
sense.
about they were going
It was
over
the
their
lack
pain.
of logic in your arguments that you lost the debate. Plus, you have to be able to show valid sources. You can't take another
I'm not
pseudo
showing
from
sources.
YouTube.
He's not
to
showing sources,
use
but
to
Google.
establish your points. That's another place
Google is our
where
source
you messed
now?
up.
So
And
Google
you
slide
don't
is our
need
source.
pictures. And if we go back to your picture argument, the first picture was done with silver and some other substance. And what happened is when that picture got into sunlight, it dissolved. So that record would have never lasted till this time anyway. So like you didn't even read the whole article. I wish you
Y'all would
would have
believe
article
anything that
back
they write
up
then.
and read the whole thing.
Christopher
then you
Columbus
would
sailed
have
the ocean
never
blue in
used it.
1492.
But as a pseudo killer, that's one thing we already know. A pseudo gonna die at their source every time. I've never seen a pseudo.
Columbus sailed
I've
the
never seen a
ocean blue in
pseudo
1492
win
before
by
all of this,
their
and they
sources.
changed it.
And one more point that I want to make is that regardless of any picture, we don't have a picture of Captain Cook's ship. We don't have a picture of the pirate ship from back then. We don't have pictures of the Spanish Armada from back then.
So how we gonna guarantee
don't
it
have
happened?
no
How we
pictures
guaranteeing it?
of the
How we guaranteeing
Mayflower.
it?
But
How
what
we
do
guaranteeing
have,
it?
yo, you gotta let
How
me
we
speak.
guaranteeing
You did a whole debate.
She's saying everything and ain't guaranteed nothing.
So we didn't have picture
She
technology.
sound crazy to me. She ain't showed me
Let me
nothing.
speak, bro. Come on, have some emotional discipline.
you.
But we had paintings. And
You
those
come on my
paintings-
show and tell me I'm
and
supposed to
those
listen to
paintings
you.
are in
Think
every
about what you saying. I ain't
museum
supposed to listen to you on my
across
show.
the American continent and the
She
European
ain't said
continent.
nothing, bro.
One
She
more
ain't
point
saying
is that
nothing.
regardless of pictures, we have material culture. So you will have to
come on, this
explain
sounds
how
ridiculous.
staple crops like black rice got over here,
What you
the
just
yam
said
got over here.
is one of the most insanely idiotic things I... What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah, that was projection.
That
That's
was
exactly how we
garbage.
felt when
That
you were
was
debating.
garbage. That's
Yeah.
what I'm telling you now.
Straight
That was garbage.
projection.
No, Birdie.
Garbage. I don't care because that's y'all
Hey,
home, man.
you
That's garbage.
couldn't even beat me in
She
the
sound
debate.
crazy. My people
You
looking at
couldn't
her like
even
she
beat me in the
crazy over
debate.
here.
You
Y'all,
couldn't even
y'all
beat me
agreeing
in
with
the
her,
debate.
and my people agreeing with me. So what we
You
talking
couldn't
about?
even beat me in the
Let
debate.
him cook.
bro.
Let
I
him
can
cook
beat you at
real
an
quick.
IQ test
dead
for
on
20,000. I
arrival.
bet you
He was
that.
dead on
Like I tell everybody, bet me
arrival.
20,000 on an
He
IQ
was
test.
dead on
We can take it up there.
arrival.
I know we ain't talking about nothing. Let's talk about the
Well,
money.
if I got 20,000, I ain't wasting it on you.
I got it. I ain't
You
what
on
we talking about.
pseudo?
Wait, You
I'm
know
on
what?
testimony.
That's what I thought.
You
That's
sound
what I
crazy
thought,
right
Punk.
now.
I'm
Don't do
done
that.
talking.
Don't do that to
I'm
yourself.
done talking.
Don't
Let
do
me say
that to
this. But
yourself.
here the thing, though,
You keep
Bird.
saying
Here
you
the
done
thing,
Just
though,
telling you, if you so much smarter than me,
Okay,
bet
then go
20,000 out
ahead
your
and
husband bank account,
explain how
nigga.
we have
Hell
material
is you
culture
talking about,
here.
nigga?
Like we even have cooking techniques here.
Like I thought.
Explain the quilting of
Like I
blankets
thought.
here. Those
If you
quilts
ain't
were
talking about
used
no
to sell
bread, you ain't even talking about
pathways
nothing to me.
Hey,
for
Birdie, you gonna
enslaved
have to
people
He
listen,
to
ain't talking about no
Birdie.
bread. I'm through
You
Gotta
have
let
talking.
her
to
cook,
know.
bro.
Come
Let her
on,
cook,
man.
man.
She
Let her
ain't
cook,
cook.
man.
That shit ain't
Man,
cooking.
you hurt.
Let her
You
That ain't
hurt.
let her
cooking.
cook, man.
You
That
hurt.
shit ain't cooking.
Go ahead.
I
Get
got
the
your
hell
nigga,
on.
boy. I'm a whole goon up in this
Hell,
bitch. You
y'all
ain't heard
talking
about
about?
me yet.
All right, y'all. We don't want it to
Ah,
turn ugly. We don't want it
You
to go
doing good,
south.
Juju.
I'm
But hey,
just
look,
telling
you
her
doing good.
I
Look,
don't
look,
care
you
about her
you
hey.
word because
holding
she
it. I
y'all
like it.
home girl.
Hey,
You
Wait,
we
want me to
also
care
have
about her
basket
words?
weaving,
wait.
and we'll also have to explain
Talking
how
about
they
she just want to give
outlawed
her
the
opinion. That's it.
talking drum. The talking drum was the African drum. So you have to explain why Europeans outlawed that here in America. Must I go
Bruh,
on?
that don't
Must
got
I go
nothing to
on?
do with what year did they come?
Explain
What
on,
year?
Birdie.
What year was
explain
that?
Stop,
how
What
man.
year?
it's
What
all
year? What
material
year?
culture and evidence to
What
show that
year?
Africans were brought to America despite the fact that you think that boats that had sailing technology that motored
Oh
them, and if you
The
God.
understand
drum
the
is like
concept of motoring,
1820s, dude. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Bruh,
yeah.
come on, we gotta stop this.
Wait,
Yeah,
Like
no,
I'm
wait.
Birdie.
I
That's
got a quick
so
the
where
question.
are
drum.
the dates? I've been saying this the
So
whole
I
night. The
want to
date.
go ahead,
Wait.
come from here, but I want to understand how selling
Please.
technology revolutionized the slave trade. That's one major point about even how the slave trade ever got started. Go ahead, Kung Fu, and then I'll explain it.
Yeah, no, I just had a quick question because he said that we use Google as a source. When did I ever use Google as a source except for when I showed them pictures at the end during the debate?
What okay, let's be
You can pull up the
simple.
slides and
What
show
was
me
your
where's Google as a source.
Google's a
what
search
was it?
engine.
What was it from then, Kung Fu Hebrew? What was your slides from? The exact words. Where did they come from? Since they're from the source of the world.
Nah,
Where did the words
they're
come
on the
from?
slides. They're on the
No, I'm
slides.
saying where did they come from?
It depends on what slide you're talking about. The
Bruh,
sources was listed on
any
every slide.
slide. Come
Okay,
on, bruh.
here you go. From the
She
Amistad
said every
right here.
slide of yours is a
There you
fact
go.
of it. Not that. We
I
talking about
didn't say
all
that.
these. What is
Once
this?
again,
Where did these come from?
Lloyd's of
Where did the
London.
words come from,
Gerard
bruh?
E.R. Haiti, the tumultuous
This
Where
is a
did
European.
these words come
painting
from?
of the
Where
Haiti
did these
Revolution.
words? Where did the words? I'm not talking about that. We talking about all the
Yeah, that's
Portugal
a good point, though,
transported.
Hebrew, because they actually sent artists, to well in safety,
No,
but
but
in
what I'm
close
saying is,
proximity to these
Where
battles
did the
right,
to
words
actually
come
illustrate them.
from? Well, y'all keep skipping over what I said. I said, where did the word? This nigga created the slides.
That
it
don't make no
says
What are we
sense.
source.
talking
It
about?
says, are
What's
you
the
missing the
I don't
part that says
understand what you're
source?
saying, Birdie.
bruh?
Source, McNeil, W.H. Do you not reading? Source,
Yeah, it's right at the
Bithencourt,
So
bottom.
what? So what I'm telling you is that we never
The age of
debated that certain stuff.
exploration
We
or
never
discovery.
debated about nobody saying they needed labor force. What? Who debated that? We didn't say that.
What
It's
are you
been
talking
slaves
about? You said,
before the
where's the
transatlantic.
source?
It was slaves before the transatlantic slave
That
trade.
wasn't
Don't you know
that
that?
wasn't the title of the
What are we
debate, though.
talking about?
Right. The title
That
of the debate is
wasn't the title of
about
the
the
debate. Was there
transatlantic
slavery
slave
before the
trade.
Yes,
transatlantic
it.
slave?
But
What's
if
the
you want to
title? What's
get
the
into
title? What's the
that,
The
title?
title, the
that was it.
title.
That was a
Juju, would you mind reading the title at the top of the screen if you want, man?
where I don't
Is it
see
on
it.
I
yours?
know. I don't. We don't.
Oh,
I
you
don't
talking
see.
about on the hold on, let me get
Stream
my
your
phone.
see.
I'll read it for
Okay.
you. But
Transatlantic slave trade, did it happen?
yeah, I thought it said that the transatlantic.
Man, and
That's what
we
it said.
know though. I knew the word play on the words. He already knew the debate
I
before
don't
we
know what
started.
that
I
what
did
I
not
don't know
say.
what you mean by that. We're speaking in
I'm
English.
talking about Kung Fu Hebrew. I'm not talking about you. I'm
But
talking about him.
what are
The
you talking about?
word
It's in
play.
English. The words are in
He
English.
know what I'm talking about is the
I
word
have
play.
no idea.
He
What was the
said, "Did it?"
debate in your
My
head?
debate was not, "Did it happen?" We already had spoke about it. I said, getting them to America. We didn't say just the part of them getting
Yeah,
enslaved. That's not
so
the
let me
issue.
help you figure that out. So, the one thing about it is when Spanish explorers were coming to the New World, they always had they had Africans on that ship. You had conquistadors that had African
What's your proof? Your
lineage
proof is
on
what?
those
What's your
ships.
proof?
Can I I finish?
No, I don't want to hear your opinion.
The
I want to hear
point
your
of them
proof.
having natives, indigenous peoples of slave workers didn't last too long because Europeans brought old world diseases which wiped them out. But the thing about Africans, including West Africans, is before the slave trade, they were introduced to those old world diseases. So they already built an immune system. So if you brought them over here and they were around Europeans, they wouldn't die off. Like literally Europeans decimated most indigenous Americans to like one digit number. That's fact. So most indigenous peoples didn't die through war or anything else. They died from old world diseases. And that's a fact. And that's why they started introducing Africans as slaves in the New World.
Y'all do know people are watching this.
And Africans
Y'all
were
do know
native
people are watching
malaria
this, right?
in some of those tropical habitats, which you'll find most tropical habitats in South America rather than Africa. That's
what I'm trying to say is this. What I'm trying to say is this. It's cute.
Y'all see my screen?
Your group of people who y'all hang with, the group of people that y'all associate with, we get that. I mean, we get all that. We get all that. Yeah, you're not doing nothing. We get all of that.
Yes, you like bleeding out bad.
I never said nothing about the drum and all. You're using shit about the drum.
They say 1735, dude. They got this in the British Museum.
British is not North America. What the fuck?
Hey, Birdie. Hey, Birdie.
So British is North America. Hold on.
British
is North America.
It was obtained.
You know there's a hey Birdie, you know it's a database called slavevoyages.org that you can go on right now.
Yes, I've been yes.
So I'm gonna ask you, Birdie, how do you compartmentalize when you looking at information what's real and what's not?
Because I'm the same way we compartmentalize with Trump fake shooting in his ear. Same shit. You believe?
No, I'm just talking about information like dealing with sources and you looking at like Sanchez. Hear me out.
What are you talking about when I give an answer? I gave the answer. It's not going to change.
No. I'm saying with information dealing with history and sources and stuff.
And I'm telling you, it's the same as I look at the history.
Sanchez is saying is real. What evidence?
He didn't say nothing that I said was real. We just giving a reasonable doubt. That was not my point of showing Sanchez. I keep saying that, but
so with the slave voyages thing, you don't think that's true? The documents
I'm saying is that I've seen multiple things lied about, bro. That's why I brought up all the Mandela. I've heard the lies about JFK and Robert Kennedy and the
I'm with you on that, bro. I'm with you on that.
Y'all don't even look. What I'm saying is this. I done brought up things to Kung Fu Hebrew, bro. He don't even know nothing about, bro, because he don't study or look at these things. Me and my crew, the same way. I get it. I get it. A conspiracy theory is no different.
Niggas in America in the 1500s, you would have won, but you ain't had no photos of them neither, though.
I'm talking about this. What I'm saying, I could have went and chased that down, but I wasn't trying to prove it was up. I'm talking about, I wasn't trying to. That wasn't my debate. Why would I?
Wait. Hold on. 1 second. You said it's the wordplay of the debate title, right? It's wordplay.
No, I'm saying when you asked me, you were like, "Hey, you sure you want to do it because of that?" I said,
"You said, wait on. You said the premise of the debate that Africans never came to the Americas, right?"
That I said you won't have any solid proof. That's what, and whatever we said.
But no, I'm asking. You're saying the premise of what you're saying is Africans never came to the Americas, right? So
what do you mean they never? I said they were not took on a slave boat on a ride. I don't know about who came later. I'm not going into. You're trying to
but that's what. No, it's not no wordplay. I'm just asking a simple question.
On slave boats, no, I do not believe that. No, because I haven't seen concrete
evidence. This real quick. To get to Africa from any part of the Americas or the Caribbean, what ocean do you cross?
We already done said we talking about the Atlantic Ocean, bro. What are we talking about?
So what's the difference in what I just said versus what the title said?
That you said it didn't happen. Because no, what I'm saying is that parts of the transatlantic slave trade was just about the Portugal, Spain, Britain, like you talked the British. Come on, that's what I said.
Wait. When you're talking about
bring the British back.
Time out. Going where? Going where? When you say the Portugal, the British, where are they going?
Shit, from Africa back to Portugal, from Africa back to Spain. That's the point.
So you're saying all of those people never came to this side?
I can't. I'm telling you, you got to show me that proof. I'm not here to show you that. I'm
But
here
you
to tell you that I haven't seen the proof.
Wait, but time out. But this is the problem, though. It's a debate, so you have to present a case. This
No.
This
If I
isn't
said
a
I'm here to
trial.
present reasonable doubt, if I said I'm here for
That's
reasonable doubt,
courtroom logic, not a debate.
it's reasonable
Thank
doubt.
you, come through.
That's courtroom logic. Yeah, anybody
But
can.
I'm telling you that you're gonna listen. Let's just say this. Your sources and my sources, we can both pick and choose what we don't like. Oh, he like that. I get it. But no one is solidified what we're saying. Bro, listen, I'm not tripping about me. I'm not tripping about saying the source because I can go on Google same as y'all did.
Then do that. It's a search engine.
I already did it with the shit I
I'm like,
needed to.
help you.
I already did
but
it
you're
with the
Googling
shit.
Mandela effect and conspiracy theories. You're talking about
what I Googled.
validated
That's
sources.
not what I
and if
Googled.
you want corroboration,
what are you talking about?
then
That's not what I
how
Googled.
you verify.
That's not what I
Of
Googled.
evidence is through
Come
corroboration.
on, man. I'm
Like,
talking about
it has
Google
to
about the
corroborate with
dates.
something else.
I
So
ain't
the
Google
thing
no damn
about
Mandela.
slavery is that Dutch, French, English, the Spanish, and the Portuguese had slaves, and they all documented it. So what you're literally saying is that the Dutch, French, Portuguese, Spanish, and English
I'm
all
saying it's
lie?
not in America.
Like, why would they
It's
waste
not in America.
resources?
It's
to
not in
lie?
America. We're not talking about nobody outside of America.
So to be technical, the Americas goes from North America to South America, including Central America and the Caribbean islands, which we know for fact.
Now we got to add all this in. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
To all these places.
I knew
North
it.
America.
I knew. Sweden is down there too, ain't it?
Sweden
is down there. Denmark is Central America, ain't it?
Hey, Birdie, that drum in Virginia dude. Woo.
Ain't shit, man.
Yeah, the talking drum
Y'all think
him.
everything they say is amazing. That's why I said I
Talking
can't
drum
win.
kills him.
35.
I can't
Congo
win.
Square kills him.
Let me say this. So now nobody could have gotten. So now
they didn't want them coming together to plan their escape. So they only gave them Sundays to convene in certain areas where they were watching over them. Like,
so let me ask you this. So you got a prophecy from God. So now let me say this. All of us on the panel are dumbasses, and the new lady who jumped in is a genius and knows everything. Let me just ask. I'm just asking because she's putting shit and telling me that it's straight facts. Bro, I know so much shit. There's certain shit she said is not even the legitimate stats of that.
When you
but
get
we
your
ain't even talking
information
about
from
conspiracy
podcasts
theory.
and Callaway and
She talking about some. She talking about
like
a
they
drum,
lose
bro.
debates on YouTube. I would have never used him. Sanchez used every debate.
Man, I use Sanchez to say my point that he can't show me a picture and he couldn't.
Wait, Juju, I'm sorry.
You can't show one either.
I got a question. When you say the Portuguese, and the
Spanish,
hey
man, one of you in the comments show a picture.
They say that they hold on. When you say that the Portuguese and the Spanish, that you've already said they went to the African coast. How did they get there? What was the mode of transportation?
We know that the Spanish and Portuguese used the caravel, which is the ship. But the point I wanted to make about that is the selling technology. So they have been coming there since, the late 1300s, early 1400s, because they brought Catholicism to the Congo, right? So you already had converted Christians on the African continent because of that introduction, right? But the slave trade came a little later. The thing is the navigation. With their selling technology, they couldn't navigate back up to Africa. So they had to go like these out of the way routes. So once they improve how the cells operated, they can counter sell the winds. And I was a certified sailor before I was even 15. So I know this.
You said it right, seller.
Wait, I got a question. So these YouTube
you
videos
can't hurt
talking
me.
about
they got videos.
I don't want to hurt you, man.
That don't mean nothing. You got to be able to prove against my point.
There's a Freudian slip. It's a Freudian slip.
That's the point. You got to be able to prove against my point.
It's a Freudian slip.
And you cannot do that.
You damn sure can't improve mine. You damn sure can't prove mine.
You don't know enough.
You damn sure can't prove mine.
No, I'm saying,
and I'm telling you, I know enough, and I don't think you know enough. That's what I'm
without
saying.
a motor. What about these? Is this evidence?
Man, you showing boats from 2024? What the fuck? Man,
No,
Yes,
I'm asking
because
the
they're
question.
what the
duplicating.
hell are we
They're
talking about? Man, I said
duplicating
1500.
certain
Right.
things.
I'm just talking
Get the
about
fuck out of
wind
man.
technology. That's all I'm asking about.
Come on.
Wind
We said,
technology.
nigga, it's technology to
So
have an Apple phone now. So
we
what the fuck
actually
are we
have
talking?
wind-powered
Get the fuck out of
technology
here.
in modern age
Come
that
on,
cuts
Charles.
down on the
Stop it.
usage of like coal
Stop it.
technology and things that are
So
actually
the
bad
boats were
for the
motor powered in the
environment. You
1500s. You
should
already
look
said
up
that.
wind
I'll put
Who
it up.
said that? You said
I ain't say
technology.
no
wind.
Fruitian. I said Fruitian.
Wind.
Nigga, you know I know how to spell that. Talking about
It's a
some Fruitian.
Freudian
I
slip.
don't need to say no
Freud
Fruitian. What
by
are we talking
Sigmund
about some
Freud.
Fruitian? I ain't said nothing about no Fruitian. Nigga, I knew that word before you know. That's why I'm saying you coming to me like I don't know nothing and y'all
You're not
teaching
even
me. That's
focused
why I'm
right now. You
confused.
okay?
I'm talking about Dr. Tobias. Me and her talking. I'm just saying she jumped in the comment like I'm just a nigga that don't even
Yes,
know
she's been jumping
nothing.
in
That's
because
crazy.
she
I'm
was
just that's why this
watching
can't be a
this
fair debate.
debacle.
Man, we do this
It
every
was
week. This
hard to
ain't just
watch.
we
Wait,
just ain't talking about this. This just
Time out,
one
time out,
thing.
time
Come
out, time
on,
out, time
man.
out, time out,
And
time out,
if
time out.
y'all wrong, then I'm gonna say you hard to watch. Like, come on, you ain't
No,
got no
wait.
evidence for
With this
we
Time
both
out,
saying
time
it's a
out, time out,
debate.
time out.
I
We
know
both
you
saying it's a
lying.
debate. We both saying it's a debate. Now is he guarantee he's right?
No,
Come
no, no, no,
on,
no, no.
man.
Yes,
Time
but
out, time out.
debates
Hold
It's
on.
don't
scholars that
do
do
ad
this debate. So
hominem. That's when you
we saying,
lose.
come on, this
Hold on one
That's
second,
not a
one second,
debate.
one second.
come
I
on,
would just
man.
like to say one thing real quick. And
Get
this is
off the
one thing we
fruity
gotta
end.
understand. We gotta understand going forward, right? This is the most comments we've ever had on the show. This is the most interaction we've had on the show. So whether or not the comments are bad, good, whether you like them, whether they on your
We
side,
don't
this is what we ask for
most
every
definitely.
week. So if you would stay out the comments, you wouldn't even know what they was talking about.
No,
I just
I
want to
want
highlight
to.
something.
No. I'm in the comments on both of you. I'm on
But
both of
you were
y'all. All
debating.
three of y'all
Wait,
ass. I ain't trying to.
wait.
I ain't
But you were
holding off.
debating.
What you
Wait,
mean?
hold on. But you
The
do
hell
realize
you?
you
I'm on
time
your
out.
ass, her ass,
You,
and her ass.
but
Let's
the
go.
debate was against me. And you were debating the comment section during the debate. You don't think that's not a good strategy?
I do, and need to be focused because you haven't proven anything. You said the transatlantic slave trades got here because we found a drum in Virginia. That's it. That proved
It's an
it. Get the
African
An
fuck
drum.
out of here.
African drum
Get the
got to.
fuck out of it.
Come on,
Man, come. So that's your debate. That's what you'll
No,
send to the Supreme Court and say it was a African drum here.
it's reasonable
Do
doubt
it.
if we doing
Get
that
the
it
fuck
didn't
on.
I mean,
happen.
I've said a lot of
If
things.
we
Fuck
using the
on.
I
reasonable
talked
doubt
about
All right, let me share my
about
screen real quick.
the
I
drum
talked about quilt.
it's
I can talk
added on
about
to.
basket weaving done by Africans that look
Man,
nothing
ain't no
like the
damn basket weave.
indigenous
Oh, get
Americans here.
man,
I mean,
man,
I could talk about cooking techniques
you can
that
learn that. You
that
can learn
came
that from
from
seeing it.
Africans in particular, and I can also talk about foods that were cultivated by
Oh
Africans,
Lord,
and only Africans knew that process.
African
So
slave salt.
another thing people
You
need to
say
understand is that they also chose Africans who had a certain abilities or knew about certain technology.
Especially with
So
farms.
if you want to talk about the original cowboys, the original cowboy was an African.
Here we
And
go
those
with the damn
Africans
TikTok
were
video
sought
news.
out so they
Come to
can help
TikTok
run the
news.
cattle.
TikTok
So
news.
I mean, there's just you don't know enough, and that's
The
sad.
source of
And
this
you're
is
trying to
TikTok.
talk about
All right,
something
You're
you just
telling what
let
you
me
you
let me
don't
say
know
know
this,
enough to
about.
Houston.
me. I
Let me
keep
say
And
telling
this.
you that.
Let me
and
say this, y'all.
the first cash crop was rice, not cotton.
Hey, show my screen,
it's up
Kung
on.
Fu.
It's up there.
All right, Birdie, here goes your photo.
And when I
Oldest known
take one that don't have
photo.
nothing with Africans, then you're gonna feel crazy as hell because that's been a debate with big time scholars arguing about this shit. That they've been doing these researches and ancestry, and the
So
shit ain't
crazy,
even
man.
coming back. This what I'm telling
There's
you, but
no
y'all
big
still
time
telling me
scholar
you
Wait, which
having
come
scholar?
any
on,
type of
man.
Can you
debate.
name? Can you
When
name
we're
any
talking about
We
the
scholars?
can say
Wait,
highway,
we can
it's
have it
not
for
a
next
scholar.
week. Y'all ain't show me no pictures, so we can
can
do
you
it
They
for
name?
want
next
pictures
week.
for you right
Can
What
you
you
now. Look.
mean? I
can
ain't
you
gotta
name
give
a scholar?
everything up. Y'all ain't gave me no nothing except
Can
my
we get?
or
Can we
Google
get one
I
slide,
just
scholar?
told
nigga.
you
Wait, hold on.
why
Can
Telling
a
wait, hold
you.
on. Time
picture
out. Time
from
out.
that
Can we
far
get
on
one?
wouldn't have happened.
Can we
And
get
if
one
you want
What?
to
scholar?
get to the nitty gritty, the transatlantic slave trade was, if I'm not mistaken, was actually outlawed
Don't not mistaken.
before
Don't
the
be not
invention
mistaken.
of the camera as we know it
No, it
today, but
wasn't.
in
No, it
its
wasn't.
evolved form. So
We
what
already
you
said
had
that.
here was you had a domestic slave trade that went through from the Americans to the Caribbean islands,
Let me
and
just read this
that's a little
paragraph, y'all.
different.
Yeah,
The
read
debate
a part.
about the
Read
Go ahead.
something.
transatlantic
Hey, we
slave
got
trade.
real quick, we got about
Yeah.
20 seconds left. Go ahead, Joel. Then we
Let
got
me
to
read
wrap
this
it up.
paragraph.
Yeah.
The image is simple and haunting. 10 enslaved African-American people stand in front of a 2-story white clapboard building, some with baskets of cotton on top of their heads. A boy bows his head in the lower left corner, his back to the camera. It's a quarter plate, man, quadruple type, a little larger than a deck of
African-American. Oh,
but brimming with details visible only when magnified. The individual leaves of the plants encircling a well, and woven wicker of the baskets. The antebellum photograph believed to date back to 1850.